Oh, hi you guys, and welcome to the stream. Look at all your beautiful faces in the chat already. We've got Kim, Bex, Derek in here. All you lovely people joining us. Thank you so much. So today, we are being taken over. We're being taken over by heroes not included. Quinn is going to come in today, and he's going to show us how he DMs over on his podcast, which is very exciting. We're very much looking forward to it. Today we're going to be starting as level 1 characters. We are on our way from somewhere to Waterdeep. I'm playing a somewhat forgetful and very exaggerant orc. I'm looking forward to it. And those of you who watch Wizards and Wardrobes, it may well remind you a little bit of the clan chief. Maybe, perhaps, who knows. Cogwhistle, welcome to this... the Academy. Also, welcome Brett in the chat there. So now, guys, if you're not already in, my Discord is an incredibly friendly, safe community to join. They're inclusive. They'll teach you D&D if you want to be taught. They won't preach if you don't want to be taught, and they'll look after you. Join it. It's a great Discord. It's absolutely fantastic. You'll enjoy it. You'll make friends there. I promise. If you want to play a game, that my Twitter link is just there. You need to send me a follow, send me a DM, and I'll get you in a game. Easy as that. I understand that some people might be hesitant to DM me. I know it can be quite a big leap for some people to make that step outwards to reach out to someone, which is totally understandable. So I may be looking at creating a web form in the near future. But for the time being, send me a DM on Twitter. I'll get you a game. Simple as that. Next up, YouTube. YouTube is behind, but not for long. I've got all the videos pretty much rendered except for one, and I think I'll probably do a mass upload of like 10 videos tonight, so that's where that is. And we'll have that ready. I also have a Patreon if you would like to support me, and some merch if you want to support me and get something back. Well, you get stuff back from the Patreon as well. In fact, me and Kiana are working on some stuff. But nevertheless, I think that is my bit of pitching done, which leaves us only to go and find our players for today. Oh, hi, you guys. You are live.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello there.
So let's go around and introduce ourselves, and then we'll hand over to Quinn, who will take us on a wonderful adventure, no doubt. So we'll start at the top with me. I'm playing Ishkar. She's a whole thing. She's barbarian. She's a little bit chaotic good. She's more chaotic than good. But I'm sure she's your friend. I'm sure, like 80%. Next up we have Kiana.
Hello. I'm playing on a Friday. That's new. Hi, I'm Kiana, and I will be playing Zora, the Aragenasi sorcerer. I rolled her up randomly about 10 minutes before the game started, so we'll see how she goes.
God damn, you gotta use your improv there, Kiana. I mean, I did that too, but I didn't tell everyone. Next up, Tahina.
Hi everyone, I'm Tahina, and today I'm going to play Hamra the Careful. On last Sunday I was allowed to DM a one-shot on Scrat's channel, and I played a Yuan T innkeeper there, and I liked her so much that I decided I'm going to make that a character, a real one. Fantastic.
And so last but most certainly not least, we welcome back Star Stuff, Cleric of Cord. Oh, hi!
Hello. I will be playing Rudy Arias, and if you know your Latin, you'll know exactly who and what he is. If you don't know your Latin, he is a gladiator who has been freed, and he carries a small wooden sword that is known as a Rudy Arias, as a freed gladiator. And he's decided to test his fighting skills out in the real world now.
Fantastic.
Cool.
So, Quinn, the stage is yours. The spotlight shines.
Oh no. All right. Well, everyone, thanks for tuning in. This was great. We had a lot of fun. So, no. All right. Well, first things first, we've all kind of gone around and talked a little bit about your characters. We're going to start on the road just outside the small town of Rassalantar, which is about a day's journey north by northeast of Waterdeep. And what I would really like to know from each of you is how is it that all 4 of you came to travel together as friends? Anyone?
Ishkar will have met the adventurers on the road. Perhaps she saw there was a struggle between 2 parties, and she just went and got involved, and whichever party was standing at the end, she joined and befriended. And you are the lucky guys!
Excellent. All right, that's great.
Rudy met up with Hemra at a bar, met them at the bar, and where they were, and asked about adventures and that kind of thing, and they bonded over drinks as he spent pretty much most of the money that he had on him. And in the morning, they decided to go adventuring. Hemra just said that it would take Rudy adventuring.
Ah, I see. So you left the town of Yartar, headed to Waterdeep, where all great adventures begin.
Yes.
Got it. Excellent.
I talked Rudy into this.
Actually, yes.
Because I can be very persuasive.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Hemra can. She's not your typical UNT. UNT normally are supposed to be evil and cold and devoid of emotions, and she's anything but. She was thought to be faulty and flawed because she was just so happy and interested in others and empathic. And she was trained by her cult to be some form of spy or infiltrator. And as soon as she was sent out, she met other humanoids and decided, this is so much better. I'm just going to stay here and have fun, and my handler can take a trip down the sticks for all I care. I'm going to enjoy this.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, I hear in Yartar that the sauce is killer.
It's hot.
Yeah. As for Zora, after having been kicked off, let's not count how many ships at this point, has found herself and needs some work. Probably came across some of these people. I was like, hey, need somebody to do magic-y stuff for you? And just is along for the ride. Although really, she's looking just to get back onto the sea again, so that may last not that long.
All right. Well, yeah, there's plenty of boats in Waterdeep that travel up and down the Sword Coast, so definitely a good shot there. And it's always better to travel, it's safer to travel in numbers. As you learned, having recently been ambushed by these bandits, thankfully you were able to kill or drive off the bandits. So we pick up with you entering into the village of Rassalantar. You count maybe 6 farms in total. Each is surrounded by a 4-foot-high stone wall. The village is split in half by the long road, the road that you've been taking from Yartar to Waterdeep, with the Sleeping Dragon Inn on one side and a general store on the other. Only the inn looks open at this hour, and with its fresh paint and a warm glow coming from the windows, it's a welcome sight. You'll sleep good tonight. So, what would you like to do?
Well, my friends, let's head to the inn!
Agreed. This will be nice. I bet there are people willing to listen to music in here.
Yes.
I
Music.
bet they have good ale.
Yes, Rudy.
I like schnapps much better. But ale is fine.
We used to get this dwarven ale that was just, actually it was more of a mead. It was like bread. It was so good.
All right. Well, so it sounds like you all make your way towards the Sleeping Dragon Inn. And as you get closer, you notice that the reason that there's fresh paint is it looks as though it has recently been renovated and repaired. And upon entering, you see that the inn not only has fresh paint, but there's fresh plaster and new floorboards. And, it looks like it has recently been remodeled. You see a shield dwarf standing behind the bar, and he looks up rather surprised and goes, welcome to the Sleeping Dragon Inn. Come on in. And you kind of look around and you see that the place is completely empty. And he's like, sit wherever you like. I'll be right there. You get the sense that he really wasn't expecting anybody, let alone at this hour.
Has he cleaned the bar? Is the bar really clean?
Yeah, it definitely looks clean.
Oh, brilliant. I'm going to walk up with like my grubby hands and like put my hands on the bar like, ale, friend! Ale!
Oh, yeah, right. Ale for you and for the rest of you.
Rudy greets him in Dwarvish. Master Dwarf, please tell me you have a Dwarven mead.
Oh, yeah, I got a great Dwarven mead. It's you'll love it. Fresh out of Adbar.
Great. 5. Line them up.
And for the rest of you. And he kind of looks over at you, Hemra. kind of gives you a look like, kind of shifts a little bit further away down the bar, a little bit from you, a little bit closer to everyone else.
She leans a bit on the bar and looks at him. Would like some schnapps, please.
Yeah, all right. Well,
is this a reopening?
I'll see what I can find. Anyone else?
Just give me like 5 of whatever you recommend. I'm not picky.
Oh, the ale, of course.
One of each for me. I just want to fit in.
Yeah. All right, one of each. So he kind of turns around and he starts, pouring all of these different glasses, and he's rummaging underneath the counter. He's looks like he's trying to find something, and he pulls out this small green bottle. It's just covered in dust, and he kind of blows the dust off it, and dust kind of goes up everywhere. And he kind of works at the cork a little bit, and you can see a piece of the cork comes off, and so he has to dig out the rest of it. And he finally digs it out, and he sticks it up to his nose, and he's like, "Oh, no, all right." And so he pours some of that into a glass, and he puts that in front of you, Hemra, and then the rest of you get the ales and things like that. And he says, well, I really wasn't expecting guests. So, why are you traveling to Waterdeep?
Because it's the place to be.
Oh, well, yeah, I suppose. Was never much for city life myself.
I'm just curious. How do you know that we're going to Waterdeep?
Well, because no one travels a long road to go to Rasalentar. You obviously must be going on to the Waterdeep. I mean, why would you come here? All you got here is farms and bandits.
Oh, yes.
Are we bandits?
Actually,
Are we?
No, we killed.
No,
we got ambushed earlier.
Yeah, they were the ones that jumped to us.
Got it.
Yeah.
It's a difficult distinction.
You were jumped by bandits, were you?
Yeah.
They have been getting more and more brave by every day. About this time, you see a couple of the local farmers kind of walk in. And they're a bit surprised to see that there are people in the inn, because normally it's just the 4 of them, really. And they're also a little taken aback because you all have inadvertently sat in, the regulars spot. And so they kind of walk around a little aimlessly around the tap room until they kind of find a seat, and they kind of sit down, and he says, the dwarf says, I'll be right back. And he kind of waddles over there, and he starts engaging them in a conversation, and you see that the 2 of them look distraught and rather displeased about something. And the dwarf offers them some ale that he had poured pretty much all ready to go. He puts it down in front of them. And he makes his way back to you. He says, right, so where were we? Oh, yeah, you're headed to Waterdeep. Right?
Indeed. Is anything the matter?
Well, that fella there, his name is Fred. And the bandits showed up just a few hours ago and stole half his sheep. And then the fella next to him there, Yonkers, he's had a break-in. They stole all of his family silver. So they're a wee bit put out right now. Yeah. Have you haven't to heard of them, have you? They call themselves the Red Fangs.
Hamradis is tapping her own fang. The Red Fangs. No, can't say I have.
Okay.
I don't think those were the guys that jumped us. They didn't have silver on the dead ones and or sheep with them. I don't remember fangs.
One of the farmers stands up and says, "Oi, were you did I hear you were attacked by bandits too?"
Well, yeah, on the way over here, we got kind of ambushed, I get you say. We dealt with it just fine. Clearly, we're standing here. We're on one piece.
No respect. No respect. That's what it comes down to anymore. Well, I'll tell you, I, for one, would pay to have someone do something about them. And you see the other farmer kind of rub his beard a little bit and goes, "Yeah, I would pay too."
Pay to fight. Pay to fight.
Interesting.
I like this concept.
Yeah, you see Zora kind of hop off of her bar stool, whatever, and even when she's walking, it's almost like she's not quite landing on the ground. She's got this kind of weird quality about her that she doesn't seem like she's connecting with the ground at all as she kind of walks up. Says,
"Oh, how much would you be willing to pay?"
Well, you see the farmers kind of open up their little coin purses. Oh. And the dwarf behind the bar says, "Well, I don't know what they can do, but if you're going to go kill those bandits, I'll give you a free room and board right here." And you see the farmers kind of look at each other, and one of them goes,
I'll talk to the other farmers. Maybe we can get together 100 gold.
I lean over to Hemra and I go, "Is that a good price? Is this adventuring?"
I think for something that easy, yes. And if we find the silver, I say with this very quiet voice, maybe we don't find it.
"Oh,
All right.
wow. Well, keep an eye on Hemra, I'm telling you. Keep the silverware in the drawer."
The bandits then?
Sorry, what?
How will they know? How will they know we killed the bandits then? I mean, it just the sheep, because you can eat sheep.
I mean, you can always cut off their heads. Or maybe just an ear. That's easier to carry, isn't it?
Yes. Okay. Ear. Got it. Okay. We cut off the ear.
You can take the Yonti out of the blood temple, but you can't take the blood temple out of the Yonti.
Zora places a hand on the farmer's shoulder and says, I looked at the other. I say, are we good, guys? Do you think this is I'd be more than happy to help these people,
Yes, of course. From the good of our hearts and for the good of our coin purses, we will gladly help you.
Yes. So with the hand on the shoulder of the one farmer, I feel like, yeah, we'll help out. And any information, any corn, whatever we can be used to help hunt down these bandits, just let us know.
Oh, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. Yeah, the shield dwarf comes forward and he says, Oh, right. Well, I suppose you'll be needing a place to stay the night then. No sense chasing after them in the dark. I'll have breakfast for you too in the morning. Help yourself to any open room up there, or all of them.
All right. So I immediately kind of straighten up. What time of day is it right now?
It's dark. It's really dark outside. So it's probably 9, 10 o'clock at night. It's quite late.
Thank you very much to Dark Aardvark, Natalie, who donates for a nat 20 for Hemra.
Oh, thank you. I promise. I put it to good use.
All right. I don't know about you guys, but like walking on foot makes me really tired. So I'm gonna crash upstairs. I'm gonna still just take a room, whatever. And morning, we'll go and find these bandits. Yeah.
That is the plan.
We need to work on your conditioning, Zora.
You need more stamina.
Yes. Weapons practice 3 times a day. Minimum 2 hours.
Weightlifting.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, guys, there's like no real reason.
Turkish pull-ups.
When I'm on a boat most of the time. I mean, I'm usually on a boat most of the time.
Well, where are your rigging muscles from climbing all of the weird boat things?
That's different than walking for days on end.
How about dancing?
I mean, yeah, I can. I think I'm okay dancing. Yeah.
Now, my friend has been telling me about this great new way of staying in shape using a popular game. You take a regular dice set and you pretend there are spells and things, and you roll the dice and you do the amount of repetitions of the exercises that the dice command.
Andy.
Or you find a dwarf or somebody and you stand about 20 feet apart and you just toss them back and forth like a medicine ball.
Yes. You might know my friend, actually. He's from the docks. He's a very tall guy named Squall.
Oh, I may have. But either way, I'm gonna go to bed. Oh, wait, before and she realized she hadn't finished her drink. She just kind of pounced them back and just goes upstairs.
Oh, the rooms are quite nicely well appointed. Fresh straw, lovely wool blankets, warm, cozy. You have a nice little fireplace there. Yeah, the rooms are quite nice. Anyone else go to bed, or anyone else going to stay up? And
Hemra is going to get out her instruments. She's looking them over, and then she sits cross-legged on the next table and starts playing her. It's like a sitar or something.
Oh,
she plays it in a very fancy way and starts singing a rousing drinking song, basically, and tries to animate the townspeople that are there to be more happy and to drink more. And now and then she's giving the shield dwarf this smile over her instrument.
Well, the shield dwarf, despite himself, he starts off pretty skeptical. You start playing and he's a little bit like, man, I don't know about this. But you notice that you get into the second song and you get into a real good real good jig, and you're just really cooking along. And you see he's kind of there behind the bar. You see he's kind of tapping his hand along, kind of nodding his head along. Every once in a while he'll kind of catch himself and he'll kind of
While she's sitting there singing, lustig, lustig, liebe Brüder, legt mal all die Arbeit nieder und trinkt ein Glas Champagnerwein und trinkt ein Glas Champagnerwein. It's going on and on and on.
By the fourth ale, Rudy has his glaive out and he's spinning it around, and he's doing his entertainment moves that he would do in the ring to get the crowd roused up, and he's slamming it on the ground like a staff and spinning, and he's into this.
Oh yes.
Ishkar's gonna go and sit with the locals and try and get them to play a drinking game, but she can see that they haven't got she can see that they haven't got much in the way of like coin, so it's gonna be like a dice-based game where they like basically roll 2 6-sided dice, try and guess what they've got, look, and then take a shot if they're wrong, but all in time to the music. Like...
Okay, well, yeah. The locals they're not sure about the snake playing music thing, but they do like the drinking games. They definitely show up for that, and so they are very enthusiastic to learn the game, and very much enjoying themselves.
Excellent. Thank you very much to Derek, who donates so that Hemra can also have an advantage for the singing.
Nice. Yeah, all right. Well, that continues late into the evening. Much later into the evening than it already was, until finally the farmers have to get back. They have an early morning. And you see Yandrel standing behind the bar, sound asleep. So it clearly has become time to call it quits and get a few winks, some shut-eye. In the morning, you wake up, the sun is out, it's lovely, it's quite beautiful. You come downstairs and you find that the Shield Dwarf has laid out a whole bunch of breakfast, fresh bread, hard-boiled eggs, small beer. You see some fresh butter, you see some fresh porridge, you see some fresh cream, and maybe a little bacon as well. And it's all kind of laid out, and it looks great, smells delicious. It smells amazing. And you can't help but just sit down and tuck right in. And as you're sitting down to breakfast, enjoying this incredible spread with your mouth full of fresh bread from one of the local farms, looking forward to digging into the rest of the meal, you hear a loud bang on the door that shakes the entire building. Looking up, you can see a gang of bandits outside, and you hear, "Come out here, you cowards! We've got unfinished business." And it looks like a couple of the fellows that escaped you yesterday come back to town with reinforcements.
With his mouth full, Rudy's like, "Right there!" Grabs the clave, starts walking towards the door.
Rudy, hang on. Shouldn't we at least come up with some kind of plan? They'll know our numbers, and surely you are a tactician.
Is there a window where we can look outside to see how many bandits showed up at the
Yes,
door?
you can look outside and see that there are 6 bandits.
You fight what's in front of you.
I mean,
right?
And one of them is quite larger than the others.
I reckon I can take out the big one or 2 little ones.
What's the big one look like?
The big one has a rather blank look on his face, almost as though he's not entirely sure as to why he's there or what's going on. And the other 5 are standing there in the middle of the road, trying to look as intimidating as possible, and only succeeding marginally.
Does the big one look like he might have giant in him?
No, not that big.
Not that big? Okay.
Not that big.
Right.
Big fella, but doesn't look to be terribly bright.
Well, if you let me go first, I could give them a good night kiss. Put them to sleep.
Hemra, are you going to eat them?
No! Just put them to sleep.
They don't look very clean. I'm not sure you want to kiss that.
Yes, it was just, never mind, dear.
I mean, we're probably gonna have to kill them, right? Because, like, if we don't, they're just gonna, like, come back with, like, more reinforcements. It's gonna be this weird cycle situation.
If they sleep, it's much easier to kill them.
If they sleep, we can just tie them up and let the farmers do what they want with them. I mean, it's not very smart to kill somebody who's asleep.
Rudy, that's very, very Sinister.
I
I like it.
you.
So we tie him up and give him to the farmers. You put him to sleep, Hemra. We tie him up. We give him to the farmers.
Sounds like a plan.
Do you need backup or a distraction, Hemra?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That is
Because I volunteer Zora. She's magical. She keeps saying so.
I believe it. Have you seen her walk?
Her walk.
Oh yes. Like she's.
Oh, you mean the way she floats?
Oh yes.
I thought you were saying warg, W-O-R-G. I was like...
She has a pet warg too?
I do not. Sadly.
Get it out now.
Oh yes, very magical the way she walks.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what's the plan?
Okay, Zora and Hemra, you're up.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Well, let's roll initiative, and then why don't everybody roll initiative, and then we'll put you all in order, and then if you decide to engage, you can do so in initiative order.
Rudy will actually, he'll be following Hemra because Hemra's the one that talked him into this, so he's kind of sticking close to her.
Okay.
How close are the bandits to the building?
They're standing right in the middle of the street, so probably about 10 feet from the door.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Ishka stays inside.
Okay.
So.
Gonna finish the breakfast?
Yeah, actually. Finish. Should we be grabbing a bit of bacon as she's starting to head up the stairs?
Nice. All right.
Fantastic.
Okay, let's see here. Now, I'm going to see if I can make this thing roll initiative. Which I'm not entirely I guess we go here. Did that roll initiative?
There it is.
Hey!
Hey,
All right, excellent.
sweet.
Let's move you over here. Let's go back here. Awesome. All right, well, that will serve as the initiative for all the bandits. Do a little minion group here. And then I assume that Hemra has a higher dexterity than the bandits. So
Yeah, I think my dexterity is like 16 or something.
yeah, so you get to go before the bandits since you tied on initiative.
Very good.
Yep. All right, so Ishkar's already said what they're going to do. Zora, let's start with you. You kind of got volunteered into this. Yeah.
Yep, I did.
You have the 5 regular-sized scruffy bandits outside, and then one rather large-looking one. What would you like to do?
John's just like, I mean, we should kill them, but also she wants to make them sleep. But so she's gonna kind of.
Well, the more you kill, the less you have to put to sleep.
Yeah, exactly. So she's gonna walk out and be like, "Morning, fellas."
All right. They grunt.
And I'm gonna get into their face of the. How many can I? Okay. I'm gonna just kind of into my hand and poison spray the 2 closest to me.
Oh, well, okay. So that hurts, right? Poison spray.
Yeah. So that's a DC 13 Constitution saving throw. Otherwise, take 4 points of damage.
Yeah. I doubt that the bandits are going to be quite successful here in this regard. All right. Okay, the two that are generally kind of in front of the group, you kind of just walk up and you blow this poison spray in their face, and they kind of they turn a little green, and they fail their saving throws. Excellent. All right, that brings up Emra.
Oh, very well. Is not Rudy going to be before me? Or is Rudy following behind?
You two had been chosen to go first.
All right,
So
then.
you guys get to go first, and then we were going to go in initiative order following that.
So Hamra stood up from the breakfast table and she walked to the door with this rolling, languorous gait, and then she's leaning against the door frame and says, "Good morning, boys," and casts sleep on them.
Oh my. Sleep.
Here we go. And they have to do a saving throw, right?
Yeah. And I don't think it's a saving throw. I think it's
It just automatically takes effect.
I think it's automatic
all right
up
then.
to the number of hit points that you were able to generate.
So 18.
18. Well, the two that were poison sprayed fall asleep.
Fantastic.
They cough themselves into a slumber. So well done.
Nice. And while she's still leaning there against the door frame, she's looking down at her dwarven companion and says, "Well, Rudy, why don't you do the rest?" And she's giving him bardic inspiration.
Oh, wow.
With a sultry smile and a wink.
Okay. All right, yeah. So that's a good start. That's a good start to asleep. Make a little note about that. Okay. Yeah, so the only one left to act. Rudy.
All right.
Bardic
Well,
inspiration.
Rudy's blushing as he steps out.
Oh.
Stretches. He's got the glaive. Gives it a couple of spins. He goes, "All right, you." And he points at whichever, besides the big one, whichever one looks the toughest or meanest.
Yeah, there's one guy there who looks like he majored in looking mean.
Okay. He goes up to him and he goes, "Let's start with you." And he just he twirls the glaive and just brings it around.
All right.
And the other bandit, how close is he to this guy?
Well, they're all within 5 feet of each other.
Okay.
Whoa! That's a hit. Oh, that hurt. That bandit is feeling very, very unsure of their life choices at the moment.
I'm going to go ahead and use my one superiority die for my martial adept and do a sweeping attack. And as the glaive slashes across him, it comes around and is going for the Achilles or knees of the other guy next to him.
Ooh, ouch.
Yeah.
Making him
So,
prone.
If the original attack roll would hit the second creature, it will take damage equal to the roll on my superiority die. So
All right, roll that superiority die. Rudy is a
take 2 damage.
machine. All right. Yeah, you get a good hit in on the guy's legs. You get the sense that he thought you were kind of focused in on his friend there. So he thought, all right, well, then I'm just going to get ready. He really wasn't expecting the performance, the show, as the case might be.
And with a nice flourish, Rudy finishes and stands there.
Mm. Yeah, a little sort of bring it of Rudy's own. All right. So let's go. Resolves all of that. All right. So the bandits. They're going to get a chance to figure out what's going on here. The big one. You see, the big one looks a little hesitant to get involved. Looks a little unsure. Almost like was kind of talked into coming along. And is now a little unsure of having made the right choice. It's kind of hesitant, if you will. Ishkar.
Well, Ishkar is now up a top window, looking out and looking down.
Yes.
And sort of looking at the big one. Not necessarily opening the window, but sort of getting ready to take a running sort of dive out the window towards the big one.
Okay. kind of lining it up.
Yeah, just lining it up. She's just figuring it out. Is the sleep thing going well? Rudy started attacking people, but Rudy does that. She's
Right.
the backup girl. She's ready to dive out the window should they need it. Like surprise attack. Yeah, that's her plan. So she's gonna hold her action, and if stuff starts going down, she's gonna dive out the window onto the big one.
Ah, nice. I mean, because there's no sense in interrupting breakfast if you don't have to.
Exactly.
Yes, I agree 100% with that. All right. Okay, so let's now we'll head in initiative order moving forward. So we come back around to Rudy. You are obviously at the top of the initiative order.
Rudy's going to look at the big guy who's looking very uncertain and not too bright about all this, and he goes, "Kid, run. Just run."
Yeah, he kind of looks. He looks at you. You see, he has draped over his shoulder, this huge greatsword. And you see, he kind of looks at you a little bit.
I turn and show him the great sword that's strapped to my back, in addition to the glaive that's in my hands.
He kind of turns his head sideways, and sideways again. You get the sense that he might not even understand you. It looks as though he's trying to understand what you're saying, but that's not working so well for him.
I'll repeat it in Dwarvish and in Giant, the other two languages I know.
Okay. Yeah.
Any comprehension?
What you see, he's starting to get frustrated and angry, and so he kind of steps forward. You're not sure what the source of the frustration or the anger is, but he steps forward and he heaves this greatsword kind of off his shoulders, like he's gonna get ready to swing it.
The guy that I wounded before, what's he doing?
The guy that you wounded before, that you kind of slashed at, there's one guy who's very wounded, and then the other guy that you slashed at with your sweeping attack, who's recovered, and he's getting ready to attack. The one that you've wounded quite well looks up at the big guy and says, "Come on, Daggett, attack!" And you see the big guy, Daggett, kind of look down at him, and he looks at you. And now you can see, you almost get the sense that he feels so frustrated. He feels so filled with just frustration and rage that he's going to act.
Okay. I look at the guy on the ground that told the big guy to attack, and I'm going to finish him with the glaive.
Ooh, right. Let's see the finishing move, the coup de grace.
Yes.
Here we go. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that guy is dead. Tell me, Rudy,
Yes.
how do you kill this bandit?
Efficiently. It's just twirl and down
Quick,
through
clean.
into the heart. Yep.
Got it. All right. Wow. Okay. Well, so 2 are asleep and 1 is now dead, for those of you who are keeping score at home. All right. Nicely done. Zora.
Okay, how many left now? The big guy and...
There are 3 left in total. Well, 2 are alive, but they're sound asleep.
Mhm.
And 3 are alive and awake. 1 has been injured, and 1 of them is quite large.
Okay, well, I'm not going for the big guy. The others got that one.
Okay.
So I am going to magic missile the already injured guy.
Magic missile. Classic.
Oh.
Love it. Kapow. Woo. All right. All right. You magic missile one of the guy who had already been hit in that sweep attack, perhaps. And the magic missiles, of course, strike true. Thud into his armor and kind of knock him back a little bit. You can see he's having a hard time breathing from the impact. Doesn't look like he's long for this world. Okay, that brings us around to Hemra.
So, but he's still standing, right?
He's still standing. Yeah.
I think... am I within 10 feet of him?
Yeah, thereabouts.
Then I'm going to I'm still standing, leaned against the door frame. And I look slightly pouty that they are still standing while my party's doing so well. And I extend my hand and I cast Poison Spray on the one who was hit by Zora.
Oh, okay.
So... Oh, sorry. DC 14, Constitution save, please.
Yeah, that's a nice racial ability.
I agree.
Okay. Wow. Well, they don't succeed on that saving throw either. So, tell me, Hemra, how do you kill this bandit?
So, this cloud of noxious gas is just exploding out of my palm and surrounds the bandit, and he's standing there, and for a moment he's obscured in this greenish mist, and you can just hear this wheezing and coughing, and then he's breaking down, and you can see blood streaming out of his nose and mouth.
Oh my. Okay. All right. Well, that sounds painful. So, note to self.
Dying usually is.
All right. Well, he falls to the ground, dead. Okay. The big one of the two has just about seen all that he can take, and he swings his great sword at you, Rudy, because you are right in front of them. So let me pull them up here. And where is it? Tell me I did this. Okay.
Oh, no. The glaive comes up, blocks it.
Oh, all right.
So, as I see the big one attack one of the teammates, could I activate my action from last round? Can I use my ready to action?
Absolutely.
So I've got my light hammer in my hand. I'm just going to dive through the window onto the big guy.
Whoa!
Possibly like, Banzai!
All right. Yeah, you come landing down on top of him.
Awesome.
He kind of tries to pull you off, and he's kind of jerking around and trying to get around at you. Why don't you give me a roll to grapple? Let's see if you can hang on.
Yeah, thank you very much as well to Derek, who gave me an advantage, which I will burn for this.
All right.
Athletics check, is that?
Yes. Well, there you are. I think you're hanging on. I don't know. I just have this sense. I have this
A
feeling.
strange hunch. Like over the head. Got my arms and legs wrapped around his neck.
He is just kind of flailing around, and in one hand he has this great sword, and he's just kind of swinging it randomly as he's flailing, trying to get you off. Rudy.
Yes. Rudy is like, nice move. that was, you ought to think about. Yeah, you should. Wait, they have to make you a slave first. Never mind, don't do that. And he's going to come in and attack the big guy.
All right. Oh!
That's probably going to hurt.
I have a sneaking suspicion that this might be painful. Ouch. Ouch. That's 24 total, right?
21.
No, 21 total, right?
Yep.
Tell me, Rudy, how do you kill this big bandit who was called Daggett?
I am watching Ishkar, and I wait for an opening, and then the glaive just comes up, missing Ishkar, and just nearly takes the head off. Just it's a nice deep slash right across the throat,
Wow.
Flops back with the tendons cut.
Can
Okay.
I try and protect him? I don't want him
Yes.
to die.
Yes. Absolutely.
So
You can try and protect him.
as you try and slash him, can I just try and reduce the damage somehow? Like,
Yeah, you could maybe you see what's about to happen. You see this slash coming, and maybe you put your armor. Do you have armor on?
no, I
Armor?
do not. But I'll try and catch the blade.
Okay. Well, then give me a dexterity check. Maybe a. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe dexterity athletics.
That'd be strength. I could go for sleight of hand instead, which is dex based.
Well, no, you can mix and match. You can mix and match attributes and skills. By the way.
Oh.
Yes. Little known rule there buried deep in the book. I'll give you athletic strength because you actually have to stop the motion of the blade, right? That's a lot of momentum, especially from someone as trained as Rudy. So you can do strength athletics. Ooh.
No.
No. I think that might hurt.
Yeah.
I think that might hurt. So let's split the damage. The 21, maybe. Let's say the big guy gets 15, and then you get 6.
God! You saw me jump on him, Rudy!
See the
What did you? It's a live weapon. This is not weapons practice. What are you doing? Don't
You
walk
saw me
away
jump!
with your
Why are you
weapon.
swinging at me? I'm on his neck! You're swinging at his neck! What are you doing?
I'm trying to end the fight.
Ah! I'm gonna need stitches.
Oh no. The one remaining bandit who's alive is smart enough that he starts running away. Anyone
Go
want to
tackle
chase
that
after him?
one.
You're gonna let him go.
Like I said, if they go, they're gonna get more enforcement. So
Like, if no one else is, Ashkar would throw a hammer at him.
With the good arm.
Yeah, with the now good arm. I imagine I probably did use my good arm to stop the blade as well, so it'd be offhand. But I'd give it a go.
Yeah, give it a go.
I have my crossbow prepped in case. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, so that's an offhanded throw. That's pretty good. I think someone has figured out how to throw the light hammer.
Yes, I wouldn't actually add my 4 strength to this, so it'd just be a straight 1d4 roll. Because it's offhand. So it hits him for 1.
It hits him, and it kind of knocks him in the back of the head, and he kind of stumbles forward and runs faster.
Oh, I'm using my light crossbow, and I'm gonna shoot him in the leg.
Oh, okay. No running away here.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, the bolt hits the dirt, and he runs even faster.
Is he still within 60 feet of us?
He's barely.
I would
I'll
yell
allow
after
one
him.
thing. At one moment.
I yell after him. From what I heard, you are not impressive in the streets, and you're less so in the sheets. And I vicious mockery him.
Oh no, vicious mockery. That's vicious. Oh.
Rudy's like, damn.
The bandit stops and he turns around and he looks at you and he goes, "That hurt," and just starts running.
Prove me wrong.
Uh,
You say prove me wrong, Tahina.
Rudy's
all right.
forget it. He's not worried about that guy. He's now looking for the silver.
Okay, so just for those of you keeping score at home, you have 2 sound asleep. 2 of them are dead. One of them ran away, and the big one, Daggett, is mortally wounded, though alive. And Rudy, you said you're going to start rummaging through pockets?
Yeah, he's gonna check the dead one for the silver, and then he'll go get the rope, and he'll tie up the 2 that are asleep.
Okay. Each of the bandits only have a coin purse with 5 silver pieces The two that are asleep, as well as the two that are dead, they all have a coin purse with 5 silver pieces, almost like someone had gave them money for the phone in case they got lost.
Yeah.
And then the big one is kind of laying there whimpering.
He's gonna let Ishkar's gonna take. He's gonna let Ishkar take care of that one.
So if he's like crying and stuff, I'm just gonna start like flicking his face with my good hand, like stop that, stop it, stop crying, stop it.
He says,
You're not dying. We're not going to kill you.
We're not?
No, Hemra, stop eating people.
I never ate anyone. That you know.
You're a auntie. You know, the reputation precedes you. So, you know, everyone's a little bit on edge. Yeah.
Do you speak common?
Is all he seems to say.
How about Orcish?
Ma.
How about Gabble?
Ma.
I'm out.
Ma.
Does anyone speak? Can anyone speak to this person?
I lean over him and I look.
If you're actually going to take a good look at him, Hemra, I will allow an investigation check.
Oh,
Maybe you can figure something out.
I'm going to
No.
be good at this guy.
No.
Well.
No. I don't know. Maybe he bit his tongue. Yeah, it's strange. So
Rudy,
bizarre.
I say
Rudy.
in abyssal. Do you understand the language of the deaths?
Whoa. All right. Nothing like speaking the language of Mordor in the middle of Rivendell there. Whip out a pistol. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, that scares the living tarnation out of him. And all he just kind of whimpers at that. He's like, I don't know what that was, but that was scary.
Rudy goes over and just opens up his mouth to see if he has a tongue.
He has a tongue.
He's a mute, guys.
Ooh.
He's not. He's a person. Newts are the tiny, like geckos.
Mute. He can't speak.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
Oh.
If you are that close to him, Rudy, you do see a piece of paper sticking out of his pocket.
I will pluck the piece of paper and open it up.
You pluck the piece of paper and open it up, and it reads, Daggett. Because you're stupid enough to either get lost or tricked by the others, here is a hint to help you find your way back. Go north along the road and turn left at the gnome-shaped rock. Don't lose this note, and don't lose yourself. Our mother would kill me if I let anything happen to you. Dug it.
Daggett and Dugget. I love it. I look down at him and I go, Daggett, can you understand me? Nod your head for yes. Go. And I nod for okay. Here's the thing. I'm going to ask my friend, the scary looking one, the snake looking scary one, to heal you. And then you're going to go to the farmers that you've been stealing from and apologize, and you're going to work for them to make up for what you've done.
Wow. All right, give me a persuasion roll.
Oh.
He doesn't look convinced.
Can I use my inspiration?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, that's a D6?
No, that's an inspiration. If you use inspiration, that's a reroll, essentially.
Oh, Bardic Inspiration is a reroll? Okay.
Oh, Bardic Inspiration. That's what you're using.
Yeah.
No, that is, I believe, a D6. Yes. Excuse me. So that would make it 11, I think. Ooh.
No, it'll make it a 6.
I was rooting for you.
Yeah.
That's it. I like to put those good vibes out there right away. Just, feel that.
Yeah. No,
Roll 20 is mean.
Yes, Roll20 does not like me.
I think the problem is you're standing there being all persuasive and Hemra is just standing behind her giving you this evil smile.
Maybe if
Hemra's
you,
a little intimidating, and just, you just cussed him out in a whistle. So, he's a little bit like, I don't know what's going on with the demon behind me, but.
And
maybe
then
if you heal him a little bit first.
I don't know if that's really going to help the whole. Look, if we're going to scare him, we're going to scare him. And.
Well, he's already scared.
We're going to scare you straight.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just keep going. And Zora will kind of reach down and just kind of grab the front of his shirt and just pull him up a bit. Be like, okay, well, I mean, we could do this a nice way and have the nice snake lady heal you. And you will apologize. Or we could kill you right now. So how about we figure that out?
Zora, Rudy, I appreciate what you're both doing, but have either of you ever seen the Lady of Death heal anyone? Oh,
Wow.
Jesus! Okay, Zora, calm down.
Yuji, like her hair kind of poof, like the Studio Ghibli poof.
Wow. Well, Daggett makes a sound that you take to be an affirmative, an enthusiastic plaintive affirmative.
Good. Because the snake lady could either help you or hurt you, and we would want her to.
Yeah,
heal
you have thoroughly scared the living tarnations out of him, and he's more than willing to do whatever it is you want him to do.
What? If you would, Hemra.
Don't worry. In the song, it will be much nicer.
I'm just surprised that the little sorcerer magic wheel that's got such a... Wow, I'm truly impressed.
Well, you gotta learn some stuff on the high seas, otherwise the pirates don't take you seriously.
I don't want to know about your personal life.
Oh, and like that. I'm not really into healing, Give that man a nap and a sandwich. He will be all right.
So, Crispy Waffles donates to give a random advantage. So I'm just going to go top to bottom. 1 is Quinn, 5 is Cleric, and we'll do it that way if you guys are cool with that.
Mm-hmm.
Quinn, you get an advantage from the chat.
Oh, all right. I'll take a little note of that. Okay. All right. So you have definitely, Zora. What do you want to? What do you want Daggett to do? Because he is incredibly intimidated by you, and feels a little bullied, and so is more than happy to accommodate you.
Well, Rudy, you said that you wanted, him to go apologize to farmers, work for them, reform, I guess is what you're saying, Rudy?
Yeah, I mean, they're taking advantage of the kid.
I think that's fair. If we can get that set up, maybe he might need a nap at some point, but let's deal with the farmers first.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, we have directions to the bandit camp.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, right here.
Nice.
It was the piece of paper.
I'm surprised that he can read that.
It's a physical thing why he can't talk. He's not. I don't think he's that stupid. I think it's a physical thing.
Oh. Okay.
Well, a few of the townsfolk, there's not many of them, and you recognize 2 of them from last night, kind of make their way into this sort of main street, the center of town here. And they see the dead bodies, and they see the 2 sleeping bandits, and they notice that, everyone's getting tied up. And they see the big one. They see Daggett, and they kind of give Daggett, a little bit of room, because they're like, oh, that's a big fella. And they come over, but you see they all are kind of a little hesitant, but a little bit like, oh, well, all right, man, this so far, this is money well spent here. You can tell they're very, yes, they're very excited. They're very excited about that.
So he goes up to the farmer that Zora talked to last night. So we dealt with some of these bandits. We're going to go find out where the heck they're hiding. In the meantime, this guy's been taken advantage by the other bandits. We're thinking that to help you pay back for, stuff that you've lost for a while. Just have him work for you guys for a little bit. Just as long as you know, shoot him right. And if she starts looking like she's about to run off, just tell him that the nice snake lady and I are keeping an eye out.
And you'll be nice to him.
And I hand one of the farmers the 20 silver that I took off the other bandits. I said, this will cover his room and board. You ought to at least provide him with a place to sleep and food, while he works for you.
One of the farmers kind of looks at the silver and kind of looks at him and says, well, I was thinking about hiring a horse. I guess I don't need to do that now.
You'll probably need to kind of heal him up a little bit, fix him up. I don't know if you got somebody here that can do that.
Well, he looks at him and he goes, so, you want to come with me? And you see Daggett kind of look at the farmer and he kind of looks over at 4 of you and he looks over at the bandits and you can see that when he looks over in your direction, Rudy, that he looks more at the note than at you. Looks back at the farmer, kind of slumps, and kind of starts walking along behind the farmer.
I'd like to make an insight check to see if he's truly broken. Or if he's going to run at the next moment to run to his brother.
You're going to start, let me guess, your character's going to retire to a ranch and break broncos. Wow, insight is 18.
Yes. I see right through him.
A bandit whisperer.
You need to understand what you break.
Wow. All right. Note to self. Do not mess with you. Okay. Yeah. 18. You get the sense that he's not entirely sure what's all gone on, but that there is a kind of a sense of resignation about it almost. Like, I don't know what's really happening. I don't really know what happened. I don't know what's really happening. I know that, that person over there is scary. I know I don't want to die. They took my note, so now I don't know how to get home.
Oh, I see.
You just get the sense that there's this sort of, this is not at all how I thought my day was going to go.
I'll tell your ma you're fine. All right?
Hemra is satisfied at seeing that.
The shield dwarf comes walking out and he says,
Oh, man, this is great. This is great. Well, what do you say you come back in and you finish breakfast? You don't want to go hunting bandits on an empty stomach now, do you?
I am in favor of breakfast.
See the other
Same.
townsfolk have begun dragging off the 2 that are asleep. They've tied them up and it looks like they're dragging them off towards a rather interesting shaped pole.
Interesting shaped how?
It has this long sort of like hook at the top.
Like a gibbet?
What?
Are they going to hang them?
Is it a weapon?
Yes, like a gibbet.
What's a gibbet?
You believe that they are going to go and hang the remaining bandits.
As long as you wake them up first.
Ishkar is not happy
You
with
wake
this.
them up first? That might not be the nice thing to do, really.
Ishkar's not happy about this. She's going to walk over to the farmers and give them a talking to.
Okay.
So she's going to stroll up and like, what are you doing?
We're gonna hang them.
What are you going to hang them for? We went for all the trouble of tying them up and capturing them.
Yeah, I appreciate that, but we're gonna hang them for stealing.
No, you don't hang them for stealing, you make them reform. I can help you with certain torture devices and such, that you can help to change their minds, but you don't just waste life.
Oh.
I
This
draw
man-
the line at execution, but not torture.
This man could be a skilled architect and you would just hang him. How would you know? No, you have to reform him.
And
Yeah, you
Hemra
see they kind of
chimes
look at each other
in.
like, we never really thought about it from that perspective.
Sleep deprivation is very useful, I find.
Yes.
Or I heard.
Sleep deprivation, a good one. What else?
Starving.
Insignificant wounds that won't kill.
You
Many,
see one
many
of the farmers kind of looks at the other one and goes, well, I got some space in my barn. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay, well, we'll take them over to the barn.
Don't hit them in the head too much. That's where all the knowledge is.
The shield dwarf is like,
Right, so I'll put out some more milk, maybe some bread. Warm up the porridge.
That was well done, Ishka. I approve. You
so you
and
can see
I.
the
Thank
farmers dragging the two away, and you see that they are having a very lively conversation about just exactly what they should do to these bandits.
Well, I got a pitchfork. Well, yeah, that might work. Well, I got a frying pan in the kitchen. Well, yeah, maybe that will be good. What exactly is torture? I don't really know. I think we just make them hurt. Oh, okay. Well, I can have my kids scream at them. That annoys the shit out of me.
Yes, now you're using your imagination.
Make sure the pitchfork's dirty.
They grow up so fast. I look up to them.
All right, so do you all make your way back into the inn for to finish your breakfast?
Yes.
Yes.
Mine's crystal clear.
Good
Conscious
defense for the day.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you sit back down to finish up your breakfast. And as Rudy was capable of noting, he found this note and seems to say where the hideout is.
Yeah, he'll say, once they're all back in for breakfast, he goes, by the way, this is a note. Apparently his brother, which, I'm of the opinion the brother can just die for doing this to his brother. You don't do that to a brother. But yeah, he's the one in charge, and that's how we get there.
Fantastic. Let's eat up and go there. By the way, normally they pay you. You don't pay them for doing them a favor in killing or just discouraging bandits.
I got to agree there.
I just wanted to make sure the kid got, a place to sleep and food, and farmers didn't seem like the kind that might actually, think about doing something like that.
Well,
these are farmers. I mean, gold pieces, equivalent to $100. 100 euros. That's the equivalent of a gold piece. So,
you
5 silvers, 20
gave him a
silvers.
sheep help. So, well, next time.
And I figure, it's the bandits' money, and the farmers are already going to pay us, and we don't know if we're going to recover their sheep or their
No.
silver. So,
You see this the wrong way. That's not the bandits' money. It is our money when we defeat them.
oh, I'm still not used to this whole getting paid to fight thing.
Ah, you're going to be such a great adventurer one day, I say, and I ruffle your hair fondly. Just stick with me. I'll show you.
Right.
Be careful though. If she starts wrapping herself around your limbs, it's.
You're going to
That's
be
a
in
hug.
for a great night. I say.
I was gonna say, that's a hug. That sounds. Wow. I'll look at Hemmer again and go, ew. Maybe another night.
I have to say that first night you were not that shy. Must have been that bread-like dwarven ale.
Okay. So
Sweet
a lot
summer
of innuendo
child.
going on there that I'm sure means something interesting and exciting, possibly a double entendre or two. Yes. So you finish breakfast. Some of you apparently developing more of an appetite than others. Now you know that when you came in through town, that just across from the inn is a general mercantile. So if you if you need to do any kind of shopping, that's available. But otherwise, the shield dwarf kind of walks around and gives you all kind of a pat on the back, except for Hemra, who kind of walks up to pat on the back, kind of like good job sort of thing. He kind of comes up and he's like, so you did good. Kind of walks away a little bit. I'll have dinner on by the time you return.
And do we get lunch to take with us?
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! I almost forgot. You're the first guest I've had in like a year.
Oh yes. We enjoy eating.
He kind of walks his way back into the kitchen, and you hear pots and pans getting clanked around, and something falls over in the kitchen, and you hear and he comes back out with these buckets.
A lot of the time, I'm making sure that Hemra is eating more than anyone else. I want to keep Hemra well fed, just in case.
As someone with a pet snake, that is a wise decision.
Just all the way up to just keep you full. He comes back out with 4 buckets. The little buckets about like yay big. Little pails, technically. And he says, "Oh, this should keep you. There's some bread in there, some of the leftover bacon, a wee bit of jerky, and an ale for each of you."
Awesome.
Sounds fantastic.
We'll be back in no time.
We should.
Okay.
We should really get going because I think at this time that dude that ran away probably got back and is warning them. So.
Oh yeah, him.
I did hit him with a hammer, but he didn't seem to. I think he must have had some sort of special hammer armor on.
Right.
I don't recall the hammer being all that potent.
We should head out, right? Yeah.
Everyone moving out? Oh man.
And I start walking out.
Okay.
Swagger to my hips.
All right, you make your way out into the street. And according to the map, they would be north of the town. So you all kind of collect your stuff. Does anyone want to swing by the mercantile, or you all have the gear you need?
I might see if I can get. Do any of you know how to sew stitches?
Stitches?
I need more rope. My rope just walked off with the 2 bandits and the...
I mean, a little twine would be fine. I know I'm a big girl, but, just small.
Yeah, okay. Somebody got needle and thread. Rudy'll stitch the fingers up.
If no one has any, we could pop into the mercantile place and try and grab some needle and thread.
I also feel like we could have... There's a step we're skipping of bandages. And then... stitches.
Put the bandages on after you close it.
I don't know how bad is your hand?
Oh, I mean, I took 6 points of damage all to the hand. That's like half my health.
Okay.
It hurt.
Did you use the small rest of breakfast to...
Okay, Tahina.
Better?
In your mind, that might heal up a wound like that. In my mind, I was just bleeding all over the table.
You're keeping it together pretty well, I'd say, Ishkar, all things told. If I was bleeding all over the table, all over bacon,
Yeah.
I
would
might be a
use
little
the
less
napkin or
concerned.
something by that point.
Rudy will go into the mercantile. He'll go ahead and he'll buy some needle and thread and some rope.
All right. You can get all of that. The commoner behind the counter. She sells you all of that for 10 silver.
Okay. all I've got on me is 10 gold pieces, so I'll just hand her a gold piece and
She thanks you profusely and asks if you want change.
yes.
Okay.
Yes, please.
All right. She makes change for you, barely. You get the sense that you now have every coin that she had in an attempt to make change. But she has 1 gold piece now, so.
Oh,
Which is...
okay. I just kind of shrug and walk back over to walk back across the street.
You literally have just like your hands are full of coins, or your coin purse is just stuffed.
Yeah.
Because it was like, oh, I think I got a few pennies over here, and I think there's a couple of silvers over here, and that kind of a thing.
He'll take a handful then, and he'll just he's looking at 2 handfuls, and he goes puts 1 handful back on the counter because now he can't carry his stuff. So now he's giving her back half of the coin.
Oh, right.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, she thanks you profusely and encourages you to come shop here anytime.
You got it. And he'll go back across the street and he'll ask the shield dwarf for a bottle of whiskey or something like that. Say, all right, Ishkar, let's get you fixed up.
All right, yeah. He goes, oh, all right, here you go. I just thought that might be a little bit of ketchup.
No. He'll take the bottle of whiskey and, you ready, Ishkar? Hands him the bottle, take a drink. Takes it back, pours it over the hand, and then starts sewing.
Oh, start sewing. All right. Well,
I mean, when you're a slave gladiator, you're living in the barracks. You take care of yourself. You learn how to bandage up your. Medical care was not the highest of priority for something like a cut. So
yeah, no, I think you do a great job. In fact, all of your years of stitching on yourself, you find this to be immensely easier to stitch on someone else for a change. And you're able.
Much.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt nearly as much.
No.
And you find that you're able to do an outstanding job. A few bandages, a few more shots of whiskey later, and Ishkar is feeling slightly pissed, but happier. All right. So with that, I assume you're now going to head out onto the road, right? Okay. All right, you make your way out onto the road, and it's here where we're going to take our quick break. We're at about our halfway point. So let's take our quick break. Just maybe a few minutes, get up, stretch your legs, refresh your water, whatever you need to do. And what do you think? We'll be back in 5-10 out there. Sound good, everyone?
You're muted,
Sounds great.
Adam.
Thank you. Yep, that sounds great. I'll say, should we say 10 minutes? I'll put a timer on, and then that gives us time to do all the things we need to do.
Oh,
10
that's
minutes, sounds good.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, so guys, we'll see you in just a moment.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, you guys. I'll mute that so I'm not shouting at the guys in Zoom. I'm back. So, guys, I hope you're enjoying the show so far. Today, I'm very much enjoying having our Heroes Not Included friends come and DM for us. And I'm very much enjoying just playing a simple barbarian. I've not had a chance to do that for a while. So, it's good fun. Very good fun. Let's see. Let's promote some things while we're here. Please don't forget, if you guys want to get involved in the community, our Discord is a really cool place with a lot of really cool people who will happily look after you. They're really inclusive and friendly, and if you want to learn to play D&D, you're in the right place. Here at the Academy, we love teaching people how to play D&D. It's like our #1 thing is teaching people D&D. So you're in the right place. Welcome, friends. If you don't want to learn D&D, that's also fine. Just come and chill with us. That's cool too. Yeah. I have to leave back in an hour. Well, in an hour's time, 7:30. Well, you might be able to catch the end if you come back in an hour. So that'd be cool. The Discord is so great. I'm really glad you enjoy it. It's honestly, it's an amazing thing for me. I love the Discord so much. So much. Also, there as well, there was the Twitter where you guys can DM me if you want to get a game. On top of that, we also have our... what else do we have? We have all sorts of things. We also have words, brain words. Lost all my words. But we have cool things. That's where I'm getting at with that. We've got cool things. There, guys. I've just updated the thing a little bit, so now we can see some cool stuff. There we go. There we go. Stillborns, welcome. So friendly and supportive. Yeah, the Discord community. I'll put it up again, just in case any of you in chat are like hearing about this amazing community and you're not part of it. There it is. It's a really cool place to be. Really cool. And also YouTube, I'm updating it now. I'm not doing it right now because it would take up some bandwidth whilst we're trying to stream. But it should be by tomorrow that we'll have all of the YouTube videos up from the last week, including the last weekend where I went mad and did like 10 games between Friday and Monday morning. Also, we're announcing Kiana's birthday stream. There it is. She's decided to put the money towards child cancer. HD cancer can at Twitter. That's a birthday stream for Kiana, but instead of a present, Kiana wants to help out the kids with cancer, which is incredible. So we'll be doing that. I think it's next Thursday. We'll be streaming for around 6 or 7 hours. And we'll do the thing again where I'll empty out my PayPal, probably. Do you know what? I'll reach out to them if they'll give me their PayPal details so that I can set it up in Streamlabs and donate straight to them and therefore avoid some costs. Then we'll do that. But if they don't get back to me, I'm only giving them a week's notice, so they might not. That's fair. If they don't get back to me, then we'll just do it the way we did it with the Racist Texas one, where it'll go into my account and I'll send it on afterwards. I think you do lose a lot of money that way to fees, but at the end of the day, it's more money than the charity had to begin with, right? So, we also have other things, other ways you can support the channel here as well. We have a Patreon. We have merchandise as well. I can show you some of the merchandise. It sort of looks a bit like this. This is our sketch pad. This is a hardback A5 sketch pad with the logo on it. And you can see the logo there. Pretty cool. We also have sketch pads on there. Which are also pretty fun. This one I think I'm going to start using for campaign notes. I think it's just about the right size actually for just like a one-shot page. Like, you can get your encounters up here, some notes about the NPCs down here, and then you can have your actual notes on the other side. Handy. There's also t-shirts and stuff as well, but I would be wearing the merch, but it's too hot for that. I need something loose and open, because my God, is it warm. But on the weather front, looking out to the window, it would appear clouds on the horizon, ever so softly, bringing rain. Perhaps a light kiss on the forehead of rain. Anyway, notes says Scrat. Yeah, okay. I feel pretty called out right now, Bex. Rebex. It's, called out. You called me out. But anyway, I think everyone is back and ready over in the over in Zoom. So let's transition back in. Guys, we are back live.
Hello. Welcome back, everybody. I hope everyone is enjoying themselves and having a good time.
Positive things said in chat in the break. Positive things.
Excellent. So, we left off with everyone finishing breakfast, Ishkar having themselves stitched back together again for using the Hand of Mercy, which I think is a special maneuver. And everyone has found the note, decided to follow the instructions on the note and head north out of town along the road. Okay. Well, following the instructions in Daggit's note, you head northeast along the long road, leaving the village behind. Just outside the hamlet, you see the remains of Rassalentar Keep, now an abandoned ruin. It looks as though the stone walls that the farmers have put up around their farms have taken those stones from the old keep. It looks ransacked, dilapidated, and all but disintegrated. You continue further along, making your way north. The trees begin to gather along the road as you enter into an old forest. After the attack yesterday, you're keenly aware that this would be a great place for an ambush. So you look around carefully, eyeing the scenery, maybe a little on edge, maybe hands near weapons. You know that guy ran away. You know he got away, so you know that they might be expecting you to come after them. But it's not far after entering into this wood. And it's refreshing, too, with this, the sun being hot. The shade from the trees feels lovely, breeze blowing through them. And it's not far into them that I want to ask everybody for a perception check, please. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. All right. Wow. Okay. Rudy and Ishkar, you see, just off the edge of the road, kind of camouflaged slightly by tall grass and a few underbrush, a rock that if you squint and you look at just in the right way, looks almost gnomish, marking a small trail heading off to the northwest.
Rudy will point at the rock and off to the left to the trail. That way, guys.
Good catch.
Okay.
All right. The trail is not very wide, but you can see heavy footprints leading in and out of the trail. Some headed towards the road, some headed away from the road. Is there a particular order in which you are walking along this trail?
I think Rudy knows the directions and she's got a good eye, so I imagine I'd push for Rudy to go first.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I'd probably try and linger at the back, make sure everyone's okay.
Okay.
Keep an eye on Hemra.
I would like to walk after Rudy so I can oogle him from behind.
Oh, okay.
Give a bucket to Zora. Make sure that Hemra is well fed.
Just, you know, a nibble,
Hemra turns her head over her shoulder every now and again just so Zora can toss a mouse.
Zookeeper style.
This is D&D on survival mode. Make sure you eat at least every 2 hours, otherwise you'll have a hit to your endurance.
And up to this point, Hammer had been singing while walking.
Yeah, I
but
saw
now
that.
they left the main road, basically this bigger road, that she's deadly silent and is placing her feet very carefully. She's very stealthily moving behind,
Oh, okay.
looking around.
Anyone else going to be moving stealthily?
Not unless commanded to.
Yeah, and Rudy's going to be checking the trail to see if anybody has come through here recently, knowing that we let the guy go.
Why don't you give me a survival check, Rudy? And Hemra, why don't you give me a stealth check? All right. Rudy, you don't have any idea. You see some footprints. You have no idea how old they are, how long they've been there.
I would like to use my advantage on the stealth.
Ooh. Sneaky,
So
sneaky.
let's do that. Oh, it's just a plain roll. What do I do? So it would be...
You can tick it off at the top of your character sheet. There's advantage, normal, disadvantage next time, but you can just roll again, I think.
Okay, then I'm just...
Yeah, or roll twice. Take the
Yeah,
higher-
I take that 21. So
Zora,
Yeah,
soft souls rolling.
I would take that 21 too. I think that's a good choice. I think you're making wise choices here. All right. All right, you are moving very stealthily, as a matter of fact. One might say slipping, as it were, along the trail through the shadows. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, Rudy, there's no way to tell, how timeline, what's new, what's old. It's all just a jumble of footprints to you. But
Yeah.
you continue making your way along the trail. The trail has spots of dried mud, and in the dried mud you can see that it has been getting a lot of heavy use. And as it takes you deeper into the forest, you notice that it begins to climb a hill. Looking ahead, you can see switchbacks that lead up the hillside.
Is this still heavily forested?
It is. I will allow anyone who wishes to make some perception checks to look ahead if they wish.
Definitely going to do that.
I might make some survival traps from the back, maybe, just see if there's any signs of tracks or anything around.
Oh, okay.
Would that be cool?
Yeah, yeah, please. Wow.
Do my snake eyes see?
I grew up in the woods, so I'm sort of...
Yeah. Yeah, you have made some traps. If anything is you have figured things out here. You are large and in charge. Well, you know that there is some new prints that unfortunately would normally anyone else would not be able to pick them out, especially since you guys have literally marched right over top of them. But you can see some very recent tracks that have headed on up the switchbacks.
So
Yeah.
Ishkar will drop to hands and knees. She's gonna lick the ground.
Okay.
They went this way.
Yes. That way. Well, technically that way, but
And Hemra rolled a 19 on perception. Does she see something in that direction?
Yes. All three of you, Zora, Rudy, and Hemra, you see at the top of the switchbacks what looks to be a little landing, almost where the hill has been leveled and maybe capped off a little. You see two bandits standing there with bows, looking back over the switchbacks and the trail. They don't seem to have spotted you yet.
There is a welcome committee, I say to the others. Look, over there.
What do your snake eyes see?
Bandits. Ripe. for
Taking the homicide to
picking.
God.
So do we sneak up to them, or do we call out to them, challenge them as they challenged us?
I'm always for sneaking.
I
You can also kind of make out a little bit what looks to be maybe an archway. They might be standing in front of a door of some kind. You clearly have found the front door.
Okay, to reduce risk, let's do this one at a time. Okay? Sneak up, get into position. Once there's two of us, attack. If anyone makes noise, we all run.
I should just kind of stand there then. I don't think I can do sneaky real well. And he kind of points to the chainmail that he's wearing.
Chink, chink, chink.
Yeah.
I am reasonably good at stealthing.
At stilting? You
Stealthing.
have stealth? Oh, stealthing. Got it.
Yes. The sneakies.
Although, stealthing it would be a phenomenal skill as well. Let's not underestimate the
Oh yeah.
potency of that.
So, Zora, are you much of a sneak?
Yeah.
Hemra, shall you and I then go forward? And if you hear distress, we'll make a bird noise if things go wrong. Perhaps something along the lines of, yeah. And then if you hear that, you should rush in and aid us.
All right. That sounds pretty good.
You sure it just won't be yelling?
Possible yelling, but if you hear yelling, I would say that everything's fine.
What about high-pitched screaming?
Even better.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll specifically listen out for that sound. Gotcha.
Yep.
All right.
Subsledged. Yes.
Well, so Hemra, you've already made a stealth check. So Ishkar, if you'd be so kind.
Oh, not quite a fumble, but not the best roll.
Rudy will stealth it up until he's about 30 feet away, and that's where he'll stop.
Okay. So kind of make your way up.
Yeah, the 8. It's a disadvantage. I forgot to click it. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So you're going to try and make your way kind of quietly up the switchbacks, right, Rudy?
Yes. Up until I get. I'm going to stay 30 feet behind the two that are sneaking up. That puts me within my movement range of them.
Okay. Let's see. We'll have to see how that goes.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's. Okay. But for starters, your two, Ishkar and Hemra, you sneak forward through the brush. Very stealthily and quietly.
Yes.
Ishkar less so. But you kind of make your way up through the brush, and you kind of little hand signals, and go that way, and maybe you go that way, and two eyes and bush and see the thing with the thing, and you tell each other to steal third. And you get up and you can see the bandits, the two of them. And behind them is this large stone door, and it has all kinds of engravings on it. Seem to be of elven make. And they're standing out in front of these two stone doors. They don't really seem to be paying much attention. In fact, you hear them having an argument about whether or not simply putting any old piece of meat between two pieces of bread equals a sandwich or not. One person is of the mind that is in fact a sandwich, and the other person is of the mind that no, it can only be a sandwich if it's a specific kind of meat.
This makes me hungry. I would say let's keep on sneaking, and I would like to, if they are standing before some form of gate, right?
Well, there's a big door behind them that's closed.
Okay.
It looks to be of elven make, and they're kind of standing out on this landing. They're supposed to be looking out over the forest.
Yeah.
In the direction that you came, but they're busy in the middle of this argument over sandwiches.
So let's get close as long as they are occupied with their stupid argument, right?
Yeah, I'll signal to Hemra, insert.
Yeah.
Not.
And yeah, I will take the left.
All right.
I will take the right.
Okay. Well, neither of them see you.
Mhm.
So, Hemra, since you have the better stealth skill,
Mhm.
what do you do?
I would like to get real close, and if I may, I would like to just wrap my arm around my guard and press my hand almost lovingly against his face and say, "Hi, dear." And then I cast poison spray right down his throat.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's definitely a way to do things. All right. Yeah. Give me that poison spray roll.
Here you go.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. That's definitely a way to say hello.
Oh yes.
How you doing?
Here, suffocate a bit while I infiltrate your hold.
Okay. Yeah, you successfully attack.
Mhm.
That is very successful. They get a face full of poison spray, coughing, wheezing, eyes
Mhm.
watering, hacking, choking, struggling against you. How about you, Ishkar?
Ishkar is gonna sneak up.
Maybe something more traditional?
Yeah, sort of. She's gonna sneak up behind the other one, and she's gonna slip her arm under his shoulder, sweep his leg, throw him to the floor, and try and swiftly choke him.
Oh, okay. A choke maneuver.
Yep.
All right.
We're going for stealthy kills.
Yes. Yes. Let's see it.
Athletics, okay? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That works. That works lovely. So I am going to assume that this is a non-lethal knock him out sort of thing.
Yeah. Just gonna squeeze until his eye rolls back and then let go.
Sleeper.
Yeah. Just
All right. Little Hulk Hogan action. I like it.
there we go.
Okay. So one is asleep. You, Hammer, however, your other guy is struggling. He's kicking against you. So we're going to make an opposed roll to see if maybe he can break free of your embrace. As soon as I figure out where I put that dude. Here it is. All right.
Would it be athletics then?
Yes.
Ooh.
I'd prefer something else, but let's see. Hey,
I have a sneaking suspicion
I'm intent on my prey.
that he's not going anywhere.
Nope.
Oh god, she's wrapping herself around his limbs.
Yes, it's happening. It's happening.
No eating.
No eating.
You're doing as you're strangling this
Just
guy.
a tiny bite, I say to you, and you're saying,
That's fantastic. All right, so he is unable to break free. Rudy, from your position, you can see that Hemra appears to be getting ready to eat one of the guards. But you notice that Ishkar has already knocked out the other one and is currently engaged in a vicious game of sign language, using all manner of sign languages and things, and stop and no and none of this and no this and either that or they're voguing. You're not sure, but it's something's going on up there.
You
And
never
It's,
know.
it's battle voguing.
It's battle voguing. So Ishkar is battle voguing, and it looks like Hemra is getting ready to chow down.
Do you think we should do a thing?
I love how Zora's just like, well, that's interesting. You don't see that every day.
Yeah.
Rudy's just like, no, let's just watch.
Okay. We didn't hear the bird call.
Yeah, that's true. No birds
Exactly.
have
No bird
chirped.
call, so-
So yeah, you break out the popcorn. Hemra, why don't you give me another roll? So now you have them grappled. Is there anything else you want to do? Maybe another poison spray, dagger,
Yeah, I think.
lick them. I mean, I don't know.
At this point, who knows?
Who knows?
We're getting awfully close to that sort of PG-13 line. Kind of.
I think I'm going to.
What happens next?
Yeah. Why not poison spray him again? I mean, I could. I could use a dagger, right?
Well, the poison spray certainly is going to make a nice slow death.
Mm-hmm. And also, it tenderizes the meat so well. So let's go with that.
Okay, that's good to know. Mark that down here in the back of my cookbook.
Do that. So.
A little bit of poison just sorts it right out.
Yeah. Just forget the meat tenderizer. Just a little bit of poison.
Little arsenic.
So basically, Hemra is wrapped all around this guard, and her hand is on his face as she's forcing more poison down his throat. And she's looking over his shoulder at Ishka and trying to interpret the sign. You want to bite as well? It's all mine. Nice.
So,
Don't distract me.
is my person asleep? Are they out?
Oh yes.
So I'm
yes, you were
gonna.
very successful.
I'm gonna. Just gonna put them down. I'm just gonna go look in the cave tunnel and see if there's anyone else that could be alerted if I call out.
Okay, so you go over to the doors and you see that they have all of this really intricate elven carving. It's made of stone. They're heavy, but you find sort of built into the carving a way to pull one of them open. So you kind of grab the handle, you kind of pull it open slowly, and you kind of peek, and all you see is just a dark hallway. You don't see anybody or anything.
I have dark vision.
Well, yes. So you can see you can see how the hall is shaped and all of that sort of information, but there's no one there, and it is dark.
Okay. So I will have a
Yeah.
really good look just to make sure there's no one hiding in any of the shadows or anything like that.
Yeah, the ceilings are 10 feet from the floor, and the floors are covered with marble tiles that are about 2.5 feet square. And everything, the marble, the stonework, all of it is in excellent condition, which is also kind of bizarre.
Okay, I'll close the door again slowly. I'll say to him, "Don't eat him! Do not eat him! What are you doing? Stop eating! Stop!
Don't ruin my appetite.
What? You can't just eat people!
He could be an architect!
It could be an architect!
Look at him. He's such a small bite. How can this be an architect? I just...
Yeah!
How do you take him? Then I push him towards you.
Is he still up? Is he?
Show me what you
Yes.
do with him.
Oh, right, I'll just elbow him as he comes in, just
All right.
I look at
Yeah,
Dora
you
and I
knock
go,
him
I
out.
think that it was the
And,
bird.
there is a look of relief as you knock him out.
Yeah, I think that was the bird. We should probably go, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably go. Yeah, so we jog up.
All right, yeah, you make your way up and you see that there are the two bowmen are now laying next to each other, out cold, in front of this large stone door that has these intricate elvish markings on them.
The bows, are they in good shape? Are
Yes.
these decent weapons? These are. Yeah, so my fighter will go ahead and pick up one of the bows and
Nice.
a quiver of arrows.
Excellent. Good choice. Good choice.
Sometime soon, you will have to explain why being hit in the face is better than being consumed. I
But-
don't really understand.
Well, you see, he's alive, Hemra. It's just a little knock to the jaw. He's going to be fine. Very little brain hemorrhaging. Very much able to do things.
More's the pity.
No, that's not a pity. That's a good thing. He can help us develop other things. Maybe he could become an informant.
Oh, now you're speaking my language.
See?
Let's tie them up.
I am so concerned about you.
I'm very much harmless. I say and
Nom,
try
nom,
to look
nom.
innocent.
Zara, did you bring the food up? Feed her. Feed her lots. Why don't we stop for lunch? Have some lunch. Hemra, eat.
Yeah, so you notice sitting here for a moment, it looks as though this is a mound of some kind of overgrown structure that over the millennia has kind of grown into a hill, or a hill has kind of grown around it, if you will. It doesn't quite fit the topography.
I did take a look inside, and it's an elvish hallway of grand design and well kept. Okay, glad to have this conversation.
Interesting.
Everyone must be their mouths are full with lunch, apparently.
I don't know anything about that kind of stuff, so Rudy's just like, oh, that's cool. I'm gonna need a torch if it's dark.
Yeah, same. I can't really see in the dark. Can you?
I can see. I can scout ahead if you like.
I mean, if you want to go ahead, sure. And
You want to trade places? You take the front and I'll take the back?
Yes, that's fine.
Alright. Yeah, so when we get ready to move through, Rudy will have a torch
Okay.
lit.
You
and
lead
he's
from the
holding.
back with
Yeah.
the torch. Okay.
I'm gonna stick by Rudy because I can't see either in the dark.
Okay.
I will follow Ishka and say, this is a nice change of scenery.
Wow. All right. Okay. So, yeah, torches lit, bow grabbed. You carefully open up the doors and you lead the way in. The outer door is open to reveal a long hallway leading to two stone double doors lit by a single lantern. The walls and the doors are covered with engravings depicting scenes featuring the same elven figure with a wreath upon his head. The scenes range in theme from ones of combat to ones of diplomacy. And at the end of the hall, you see a stone double door.
I've heard many a tale on the seas, histories and stuff. Does this ring a bell to me? Looking at this.
You can give me a intelligence history check.
Okay. Nope.
Yep, that looks like an elf.
Looks like an elf. Nothing.
Probably doing elfy things.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a long shot. Maybe I might have heard of something from, like, forest legends. Could I do a check?
Sure.
Oh, we got history.
Wow. Nice. Too bad critical successes don't actually count in a skill check, right?
Yeah.
But I'll give it to you.
Yeah?
I'll give it to you. You, in some sort of bizarre way, something about these murals clicks something in the back of your brain, Ishkar, and you remember a story about an elven prince named Glenfenor of the ancient elven kingdom of Erland. And this seems to be telling the story of the prince's life.
This is to do with a prince.
Great. Maybe there's treasure.
Yes, but what are the bandits doing here?
Treasure?
Well, this is old, right?
Very.
Maybe they're just loitering. I don't know. Just using what was empty.
Defensible?
Are there signs of traps or anything to raise an alarm, like a tripwire that would, I don't know, ring a bell or something. I would like to be very careful not to alert them to our presence.
Okay, you can make a perception check to see if you spot any sort of traps. As you get closer to the stone doors, Ishkar, you can hear from the other side of the doors. You don't see any traps, Emra. You can hear from the other side of the doors the sound of conversation.
It's safe, no traps, but there are people behind this door. I whisper in Ishkar's ear.
Don't do that. Your tongue tickles.
Boundaries.
Yes. I please respect my personal space, okay, Hemra? Like you can wrap yourself around Rudy. Rudy seems to like it, not me.
How would you know?
Well, I don't want to know. Thank you very much.
Spoil sport.
Look, there are people on the other side of the door. Okay.
Yes. Not talking about now. Let's find out.
Okay. What do? Do we do the whole burst and kill? Do we plunge ourselves into darkness?
You never let me kill anyone.
Well, no, not kill as such, but the old method.
Okay, you kick them down and knock them out, I guess.
Why don't we plunge this place into darkness, and then they might not even see the door open?
Well, yes, good idea. And I, with prestidigitation, we'll just let the light go out in the lantern.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Out. Make a little Dumbledore move, and out goes the light in the lantern. The hall goes dark, and Ishkar, since you're in front, I assume you kind of pull the door open slowly, kind of peeking in with your dark vision. This large square room is filled with barrels and broken furniture. In the middle of the room is a large, ornately carved wooden table. Around the table are several bandits playing a game of chance. In the corner are two bandits talking quietly. The room smells of stale beer and sweat. You count a total of 6 bandits.
I don't think stealth's going to be an option here, but we might get the jump on them to begin with.
And they have what is the light situation in this room with them? Several lanterns, or?
Yeah, they have a lantern. There's one lantern. It's hung from the ceiling above the two sitting in the corner, talking quietly. But it's casting enough light onto the table in the middle of the room. But that's on the opposite side of the room from you.
Rudy has got an arrow knocked and a half draw on the bow to do a ranged attack.
Should I get rid of the light? I ask Ishka.
I think we should do it on like a count of 3. Let's get Zora and Rudy ready, and we can do it all as one.
Yes. If you get rid of the light, I can't do anything because then I can't see.
Take aim. Take aim. We go 1, 2, 3. You both fire. We kill the lights.
Okay.
All right. So let's roll initiative because it sounds like things are about to get a bit complicated.
Yup.
Game plan.
All right. So we have
solid average all around.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. So 11 for Hemra. And then we have 13 for Zora. And Rudy, I think, Ishkar, you probably have a higher dexterity than Rudy, yes?
Rudy's dex is 17 for a 3.
Oh. Well, then, no. So Rudy, then Ishkar. Okay. Let's get the bandits in there. Let's find out what they got going on. Dun, 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 dun.
Nobody's particularly great at this.
Oh, wow.
So the bandits go last. This is the form of Roll20's idea of trolling. You all get 10s, and you get a 10, and you get a 10, and you get a 10. Everyone gets a
Eric's in chat. He's manipulating things.
God damn it.
Okay, so we go with the plan, right?
All right, so now just so you're aware, as you all probably know, there isn't such a thing as a surprise round, but because you all will have surprise, you get to act in this first round, and the bandits won't get to act until they are in the initiative order in the second round. So we'll just go right down the initiative order with what happens next, okay? So I assume the plan is going to be initiated as sort of 1, 2, 3, fire, lights, sort of thing.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zora.
It works out. Yeah, Zora is gonna kind of poke her, get between the two people who are in front, and just kind of, and use burning hands,
Burning
and catch as
hands.
many of these bandits as possible.
Woo. Wow. All right. That's an impressive burning hands roll for a first level character. That's not bad at all. Really. 15-foot cone, 11 damage, fire. Wow.
So it's gonna be a lot of light and then no light.
Yeah, just there's this cone of flame erupts. They're kind of, they're sitting there. They're, yeah, I'll take 2, thanks. Oh yeah, I'll raise you 1. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, comes this blowtorch, this tidal wave from a flamethrower. And yes, that takes care. See,
Yeah, Zora is kind of shimmering, like, off of like hot surfaces.
And as the lights go out, as the lights are going out, you see 4 bandits playing a game of chance that become crispy critters, I'm afraid. That's impressive. That would bring up Hemra. You're the one who's turning out the lights?
Yes, but the plan was everyone goes and then I turn out the lights. So
Okay,
I will
so
look
you're going
at-
to...
I will hold my action and I'm ready to kill the light.
Okay.
And I say to the others, after you.
Oh, all right. Holding your action. Gotcha. All right. Well, then that brings up Rudy.
All right. Rudy is going to aim at one of the bandits that's in the far corner.
Okay.
But since he's got a longbow, he's got a nice range on that.
Oh, yeah.
And the closest ones have, been crispied.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know if that's going to hit.
Oh, yeah. Well, these bandits, they don't have a lot going for them in life. But that is a hit.
All right. That's max damage.
How do you kill the bandit?
With an arrow to the throat. Just, he never even saw it coming. It's just in through the throat.
Okay. All right. All right. That put an end to that conversation real quick. And then the lights go out, I assume?
Yeah.
Or thereabout. Ishkar, what would you like to do?
There's one person left, right?
Yeah, and the lights haven't even gone out yet.
So
It's just like you opened the door and you all went, and you're all dead.
Ishkar's gonna jump into the room, run towards the last bandit, like, no, he might be an architect! And kind of like, try and grab him.
Grab him, all right? Give me a grapple.
Oh, it's terrible.
Oh, you come running into the room. You're just so in shock by the amount of death that has unfolded in the last split second. You trip over maybe an empty barrel or an empty box or something, and you kind of land into the guy. And just as you land into the guy, Hemra kind of goes, click, and the lights go out. And you guys are now kind of struggling with each other. And you guys, everyone else, you can hear Ishkar and this bandit kind of, scruffing it up, and fisticuffs going on over in the corner a little bit.
But Tamara is a bit preoccupied because she's standing there pouting. Like, why are you allowed to cook them and I'm not allowed to eat them? It's not fair.
Maybe it's a paleo thing.
I don't know. Ask this girl. I don't know.
I agree. It's totally not fair.
From the darkness, he's like, last time you just used magic missiles. There was no cooking.
There was no cooking. My goodness.
I mean, but there are too many of them for magic missile. I can't see anything. I'm shouting into the darkness.
Yep.
Shouting to the void.
Shouting into the void. All right.
My bad intuition tells me Ishka likes the slow burn.
Come around. We're starting up the second round, round 2. And now this one bandit will, if they remain alive, will have a chance to act at the end of the order. So Zora, you know, Kentucky Fried Chicken sort of maneuver. The lights go out. What do?
I can't see anything.
Yelling and stuff coming over from the corner. You
yes.
Can hear, this bandit.
So I'm gonna hold my action, and if I feel anything coming at me, I'll stab it with my dagger.
Always a good policy. I can't see anything, so I'll just kind of, stabby in front of me. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Hemra?
I will go in there and look at them tussle, and I would like to do the old time-proven poison spray in your face.
Oh, now
While
they're
the bandit is
tussling with each other.
Okay.
So
you say
poison spray
would affect.
is an area effect, right?
Okay.
Or can you just choose the person?
Let me check. I think. Can I?
Because if it's an area, if there's any kind of area to it at all.
Target a creature you can see within range, which is 10 feet.
Okay.
So
you can target the exact creature. All right. Well,
I do
I'll tell you what. We'll do that this way. Go ahead and roll to see if you hit, and if you miss, you get Ishkar. Because they are tussling and wrestling.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
Yeah. I mean, it's a DC.
Oh, yeah, they have a
right?
saving throw. All right. Well, if he makes a saving throw, then you hit Ishkar. Here we go.
Okay.
Let's see how well they do, shall we?
Sorry? Maybe?
Oh, they failed the saving throw.
Yay!
Yay! All right. You hear Ishkar? You hear Hemra spit or fire this poison spray, and kind of in the last second, you kind of move them around between you and the spray.
Would you stop killing everything, you agent of death?
Is that guy dead?
No, he's not dead, but he's a little bit more melty, I'd say.
I kept him still wiggling for you.
According to what I recently learned, he has been tenderized. Yes. Rudy, you can't see anything, but you do hear all of this sort of yelling and arguing and wrestling going on in the corner.
Rudy's gonna sling the bow and arrow.
Okay.
Pull his glaive out from where he had it flung across his back, and light a torch.
Light a torch. That's always a good thing. You light a torch to see that Ishkar is wrestling with this bandit that was over in the corner, who's also been recently sprayed with poison from Hemra.
Uh-huh.
And you see Zora next to you kind of stabbing randomly in front of them, just kind of like making sure no one's coming next to me. No one's getting up on me.
I make sure to stay out of the reach of Zora. And I would like to take a look around the room.
Kind of like a cobweb, when you know there's a cobweb in front of you and you're kind of like...
Yeah. So I'd like to take a look around the room. Yeah.
Okay. You see that the room, like I said, does have several barrels in it.
Just I'll start examining barrels and crates and
Okay.
stuff.
Most of the barrels in the room are empty.
Okay.
But you do see that several of them contain grain, cured meat, and beer. Only 2 of the barrels are full of beer. And if you'll give me a perception check, Rudy,
All right.
I'll happily...
Oh, nope.
And that's all you find. That is all you find. Okay. Ishkar. You've thus far avoided being sprayed with poison.
Okay. Ishkar's going to try and intimidate everyone.
Okay.
She's going to say, look, would everyone just stop fighting?
Nice. All right, yeah, give me
I'm
that.
not fighting. I'm looking at the beer and the meat.
Not you.
All right.
Specifically the hungry snake.
Wow. Well, are you intimidated, Hemra? You don't think so? Let's find out.
What do I want? What do you want me to roll?
Well, for intimidation, let's go. Well, several would be appropriate.
Charisma save, maybe?
Yeah, give me a charisma save. Let's just do that. That's the simple, sweet, and easy.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I am intimidated.
You are intimidated. You up until now have just found Ishkar slightly entertaining and a bit annoying. Now, you fear that maybe you have underestimated them, and that in fact they are a bit more intimidating than you first realized.
I take a step back.
Okay. Everyone, obviously, even the bandit kind of stops wrestling with you for a second, like.
Oh yeah, no, 100% looking at him, and I'm like, I swear to God, I will rage.
Oh, that is one I'm writing down. I'm going to use that in the future. I swear to God, I am going to rage.
That is a mother.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to say, Ishkar, now that you have the floor?
No, I'm just trying to intimidate them to stop,
Okay.
including the guard. Like,
Yeah, the bandit's just kind of like, and he goes, can I go?
I look at my colleagues who are probably all shaking their heads.
Is that Duggett? Are you Duggett?
What? No. No. Doug
Insight check.
would be back counting treasure, and he kind of points back behind him.
Insight check.
Okay, yeah, please.
Good
Yeah,
God.
he'll be back counting treasure. There are inside this room. This room is a square, and on the north wall are 2 double wooden doors. On the south wall are 2 double wooden doors. You came in through the west. The stone doors that you entered into to attack this room are in the west, and on the eastern wall is 1 single door, and that bandit pointed at the double doors to the north. He said that Duggett is probably counting treasure.
Right, now, I suggest we tie this man to a chair, and then we go
He
in.
kind of looks over at the chairs where his friends have been crispied that are still sitting in the chair, and the chairs are kind of smoking, and he kind of thinks, you can see a look on his face like, okay.
I'm your rope this time.
Really sorry about your friends there. I'm sure they had long, prosperous lives ahead of them.
Okay. So that's a no. I can't,
I think
Like-
you should
No.
stick around.
because I mean, what do you need me for? I can just,
come up with a thing or two.
you can tie me up.
I will tie him up.
No, he said that to Ishkar.
Oh.
He looked at Ishkar and went, you can tie me up. In other words, if my choice is you are getting tied up, I'll take the tied up part.
I'm going to look at the chairs, and I think tying him to a chair where one of his friends recently died might be a bit cruel, so I'm just going to hog tie him.
Okay.
This is the man who.
Because that's better.
And you're the one that taught farmers how to torture.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rudy's
For
kinda
the
thinking
greater
about-
good. We can torture him later.
I go to the table and I stand there.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not creepy. No. Nope.
And look, if they're already dead, I suppose you can eat them.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. I suppose you could. Yeah.
Now I'm no longer
bigger lunch
interested
pail.
that I have permission.
You got 3 that are cooked, and then you've got sashimi on a stick.
So what we're learning about Hemra is that you're rather oppositionally defiant.
Oh yes. Absolutely.
That's good to know.
Noted.
I like them wiggly. And I go to the door and listen to hear if the boss or the one.
You don't hear anything.
Hmm.
You don't hear anything.
Guard, how many are down there?
He kind of looks up and goes. He kind of looks around the room and he's kind of like counting. Should just be Dugget.
Okay, let's forget the stuff. Let's just go in like full, attack force squad style, and really shit him up.
Yeah, Zora, you're pretty sure he's telling the truth.
Okay, good.
I assume that's what the insight roll was for.
You want me to shoot him up, or you want me to hit him with the glaive?
No, like mess with him. It was a slang. I'm sorry.
Oh. If you want, I'll just. I can use the bow.
I don't think we need to kill people, really. I mean, the amount of death we've had in this room is probably proficient. I mean, these people could have had careers. They were down on their luck. They were bandits.
Well, they did have careers. They were robbing people as a career.
Well, yes. Like I say, they were down on their luck. But who knows? They might have had great skills.
Dugget took advantage of his brother.
That man there, he could have been the man to design the next aqueduct. Who knows?
He
I'm
could
sure there are
also have
plenty
been
of other
main
aqueducts.
course. That would have been a career choice as well.
I love that Ishkar is all about civic planning. Just
Like
architects,
Architects,
aqueducts,
civil engineering.
civil engineering. We're going to make sure that these cities are planned and
Yes.
built nice.
by
I'm sure there's-
by reformed bandits. It's a one-stop shop. You get the bandits, you put them back into public service, they help things, and now they want to protect them. It's a brilliant idea.
It's phenomenal. Community service. Who knew? All right. So now, before you head through the doors to the north, there are those two other possible exits from this room. There is a single door to the east, which, if you are facing north, would be to your right. And then there are double wooden doors in the south of this room, opposite the doors that you are thinking of moving through to find Dugget. Do you wish to investigate any of this, or are we just pressing on?
Listen to the door to the east
Okay.
to see if I hear voices.
Okay.
Perception?
Yep. No,
Okay,
sounds
Roll20
fine to
has
you.
officially decided I'm not going to do anything today.
You want to open it then, Rudy? Since you didn't hear anything.
No, not until they've inspected the other doors.
Okay. Who's inspecting the doors to the south? I missed that. Who's inspecting the doors to the south?
I'll take a look.
I was at the north.
Okay.
Nope.
I'm advocating just bursting in and really giving him a scare, but not too scary, Hemra.
Okay, so you open up. Do you open up, Zora? Do you open up the door to the south? Take a peek. The double doors. Woo.
No, but I'm kind of just like, I have like up against, just being like, do I anything? Nope.
You don't hear anything.
All right.
Okay. So we've listened at the doors, both doors, and no one has heard a thing. Are we going to investigate or move on?
And the north doors were the ones where the boss is supposedly behind, right?
Yes, through the north doors, which we'll get to in a second here.
Okay, I would like to listen at the door then.
Okay, yeah, you can listen to him. Sure. No, sounds quiet.
I give it
Sound
thumbs up.
deathly still.
Ooh.
Ooh. Sounds eerily quiet. All right, so no one's going. So we've listened at the doors, but we're not going to go in and investigate those. We're going to head north. Is that the plan? Just want to make sure I'm clear. What?
Yeah.
You all
We do one at a time.
Yes.
Yes. One at a time.
Although the north is the boss. So
That's what
maybe
he said. We're
take
not.
his minions?
He could be.
He
lying.
would not lie
I
to
mean,
us.
If
would
we want, if
Can
we
I go
want,
to the Hogtide?
I will
God.
tell you what. I'll tell you what. Why don't? You know, I'm a bit concerned about you all killing anyway. There's only one of them. Why don't I go and sort out the boss? He's there on his own. I trust this man. Look at him. He's well on his way to becoming an upstanding citizen. And
He was telling the truth earlier.
and you guys can check the side doors and make sure that there's no armed squads of, I don't know, SWAT rogues in there. There might be treasure. There might be treasure.
I swear, if we come back and find you rage eating the boss, there will be words.
Rage.
I see.
Wow. Okay.
And go to the south door then.
A little personal about what's going on with Ishkar's life.
I'll go ahead and open the east door
Okay, you open up the east door. All right.
with the glaze.
Its original purpose. Okay. Its original purpose, lost to history, this room now serves as a storeroom and pantry. Cured meats hang from the ceiling. Barrels containing wheat, salted fish, beer, and pickled vegetables line the walls. Seems that you have found the bandit's food store.
All right, noted. I would still like to take a closer look in the room.
Okay. Yeah, give me a perception check here. Let's see what we get.
Yes.
Yeah, you have found the bandit's food stores.
The farmers can make use of that, and I will close the door behind me.
Okay. Excellent. All right. Ishkar, you're going to make your way north.
Mhm.
And
If I can, is there a chair in this room which didn't have a person sitting on it that's serviceable? I'd like to drag the chair with me.
Okay, you're going to drag the chair with you.
Drag
Sounds
the
good.
chair with me and just push the door open and just walk down.
Walk down.
Yeah, no
Hemra?
sneaking.
Hemra, what are you going to do? Are you going to look in one of these rooms, or are you going to follow along behind Ishkar?
There was one room left, right?
Yes, the
door.
southern room.
Yeah, I wanted to look inside.
Okay, yeah, you peek inside.
Hmm.
Filled with straw, cots, and blankets, the room acts as a bunk room for the bandits. The cots appear to be made out of old mismatched wood. In the corner is a wooden bucket that smells of vomit and urine.
Oh, charming.
Yes.
No bandits, right?
No bandits. You do see, though, that on one of the beds is a small, ragged, stuffed bunny. And you see in
Oh.
the wood above the bed, the headrest, you see a very poorly carved name in it. Upon closer inspection, you see that the name reads Daggett.
I'm going to get that bunny.
Okay.
I will take it with me to the village.
All right.
Jorah is tagging along behind Ishkar, by the way.
Oh, okay. Very good. Okay. Ishkar, if you would be so kind as to give me a perception check, please. You see more murals, by the way, as well. Relaying more of the history. Aha!
A strong 7.
That is a strong 7. That is very strong. Good job.
Could I also make this check if I'm tagging along behind?
Yes, you can make this check. I'll let you make that check while Ishkar gives me a Constitution saving throw. Whoa!
I got them cons. I got it.
You are a healthy person, aren't you?
Yes.
Goodness. All right. Wow. Well, you apparently you step on a pressure plate just as Zora goes ah. Just as you're like, hey, what's it? Ishkar, your foot kind of comes down on the pressure plate, and you hear this, "Phoom," and a dart hits you.
Ugh.
And thankfully, because you made your Constitution saving throw, you're only going to take half damage, which is really quite lovely. And come on, you. Let's close that out. So let's roll damage here, which I think is this little thing here. So for the dart itself, you take 2 points of damage.
I can handle that. That's fine.
And for the poison that is on the dart, you take... You're only going to take half of whatever this roll is. 9. So you only take 5
Okay.
points of poison damage. And the dart sticks in you, and you can see that you have inadvertently stepped
I didn't
on a trap.
clarify it earlier because I didn't want to break up the narrative. How much healing did I get from our rest and thing? Do I just roll a hit dice or?
Yeah, just roll your hit die.
Okay, so I was at full health. I
Full
lose
health,
another
and you
6, so 8. Okay, cool. I'm back exactly at the start.
You're
Yeah,
doing
no, I
good.
kinda-
You're actually
no, I
doing
kinda
for a
did
first level character having 8 out of 11. That's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
You really,
Yeah.
you really should be, looking out a little more right there. Yeah.
I just pull the dart out, just throw it aside. Why?
Yeah. Yeah, with a constitution like that, it's like what?
Cool. You stay in front.
No problem.
It's clear that the trap was designed as a part of this space, that it was not an addition made by the bandits. But you finally make your way around down the hallway, and you come to a spot where the hallway is caved in ahead of you, but turns to your right and heads south.
Okay, I follow along. I'm not trying to be sneaky, and I'm still dragging the chair with me.
Yeah. All right. Well, as you head south, you notice that it kind of opens up into 2 doors. And you hear someone yell from behind the door, "What is that awful noise? Take it, is that you?" And the door swings open. And you see this very rough-hewn figure, missing an eye, gnarled, knotted beard. It looks as though that they have dribbled ale onto themselves. And they see you, and they're like, "Who the hell are you?"
I am your salvation.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the chair.
What the hell does that mean?
I'm gonna put it down. I'm gonna sit on the chair.
Okay.
You are in grave danger. There is a wild snake lady upstairs who is eating and burning everyone. Now, I am here to give you fair warning and a chance at redemption.
What the hell are you talking about?
Everyone upstairs is dead.
Yeah, that's
What?
true.
How can that be?
And he sees starting to reach for his blade.
Go for your blade, and I promise you I will rage.
I promise you I'll rage. All right, yeah, give me a... I think we're going to go with persuasion, actually, because you're not really trying to intimidate. You're more trying to persuade Duggett here to, really think about
Yeah, it's a 10.
their choices. Would you say?
Yeah, I'd go with that. It's a 10.
Okay. All right, 10 persuasion. Okay. He kind of stops for a second, his hand on the blade, and he says, "What do you mean, a snake woman?"
Well,
Like a snake woman. Snake person.
have you
Sneeple.
heard the tales of the Blood Temple?
What?
That's a no. Okay. So, you can see that I am a half-orc? Part human, part orc?
Yeah, I've seen plenty of you.
Yeah, okay. Very much the same thing. Well, good for you. This will not be your day for that, but good for you. Now, she's kind of like me, but instead of being crossed with an orc, she's crossed with a vicious, venomous snake thing.
What type of freaky thing is that?
Scary.
One that is eating and killing people upstairs.
Well, you're not gonna feed me to her.
I don't intend to. Like I say, we are here to save you. Now, would you be Mr. Duggett? She pulls out a notepad.
He kind of looks and he's like,
Yeah?
Good. We have Daggett. He is fine. He is not dead. We paid for him to be healed.
What? What do you mean you paid for him to be healed? How
Well,
did he get hurt? He's just been playing in his room.
no. He was. He came to the tavern in town to try and attack us all.
Ah! I told them to leave Daggett out of this.
Well, he is fine. If you like, we can take you to him, where you can both work together to help the farmers rebuild their farms.
I'm not a farmer.
But you could be. You could be the next innovation in farming technology.
You know what I do? I drink and I kill.
Well, you know what? That's very, very similar to farmers, except they drink and they sow.
You could. Wait. You could, like, protect the town from other bandits.
"Oh, are you all right? Give me a persuasion check there, Zora. You stepping in here?"
Yep. I've been, like, listening to this and kind of something. I'm gonna use a thing I have as a wild magic sorcerer, the Tides of Chaos, and would like to re-roll that, please.
Okay.
Doesn't that
Let's
also
re-roll
mean that Quinn can make you roll a wild magic surge?
Yeah.
That's lovely. Now let's find out if you turn into a potted plant.
So D20 of 14, but
Okay.
I have to roll immediately, so that's a 1d100.
Are we using the PHB or our custom homebrew list?
Oh, PHB.
PHB.
So that is, hold on, a 61 is,
61. Do you have it right there?
yep, for the next minute, you must shout when you speak. Ah, yes! You should listen to me.
Well, you say, hey, you can protect the town from other bandits.
Yeah,
And he
protect
seems
the
kinda
other
shocked.
town from other
And he
bandits.
never really thought about that. And he goes,
You mean like a protection racket?
Sure, you can call it that. It means you're alive, they're not going to try to kill you, and you get to still drink and kill. Mm-hmm.
he looks over at you, Ishkar, and he goes,
Why is she yelling?
Honestly, I have no idea. Like I said, I am your salvation. Pretty much everyone else I travel with is potentially going to kill you, except for Rudy, who's just got a slightly unhealthy infatuation for, killing.
So let me get this straight. You want me to set up a protection racket?
No.
the town.
No. As much as Zora thinks that's a good idea, no. Why don't we get you a paid job as a guard? So you don't have to
Right.
beat people up.
I tell him, look, I'm going to guard you, and you're going to pay me. And then no one gets hurt.
I mean, that's technically what it is, right?
Well, no, Zora, that's not really how it's supposed to work. Like, people aren't supposed to be scared of their protection.
At that
Do you know
point,
what? To hell with it. I'm gonna protect the town. Let's just attack him.
all right, well.
I close my notepad, put the book
Can-
down, I stand, and I say, I am raging right now!
Wait, I'm totally down with the protection thing. I can do that.
I would like to prance in at this moment, having the stuffed rabbit in my hand and doing this little
Oh, before you go prancing in, I need for you to give me a perception check,
Perception?
please,
All right then.
before you go prancing.
Rudy's following Hamra.
13.
Okay. All right. You too get hit with a dart.
Okay. I'm immune to poison.
You are.
I am.
That makes things so much easier, doesn't it? So you're going to only take 2 points of damage.
Fantastic.
And Rudy, since you're behind and you've seen this happen, I'll give you advantage on the perception check to see if you can identify the tile.
Okay.
I would like to pick out the dart and lick and say, spider poison. How old-fashioned. And then throw it behind me.
Oh, okay. Very well. Rudy, you are able to avoid that plate with ease, that tile with ease. Okay, you are making your way in. You're coming around the corner as it looks like Ishkar is getting ready to rage.
And just before she starts, I basically hold up the bunny plushie and say, guess who has your little brother?
Kind of looks over and he goes,
Now you're in trouble. That is the snake lady. Behave yourself.
he goes,
I already said I'd do the protection racket.
Yeah, so let's do
And
the
you're right,
thing.
that is.
he points at you, Hemra, and he goes,
You're right, that is freaky.
Yeah, yes. Okay, yeah. Sorry about that, Hemra. Okay, look, but you're not allowed to beat up any of the villagers, okay? That's off the cards.
Oh, yeah, well, you think this is my first day doing a protection racket? Come on. You beat them up, then they're just that much more reluctant to pay you later.
Not in my experience, but okay.
Oh, you gotta be friendly, you know? Nice, kind, you give them pickles.
Yes, that.
Yes,
exactly.
that is exactly what we'll do. Brilliant. Okay, I am not
You
raging.
better hope I don't run out of pickles.
I'm sure we can keep you supplied with pickles.
There's a whole bunch up in the pantry.
Yeah,
Let us take those with us.
well, those are mine.
Excellent, you can take them with you.
Yes, you can carry them.
I use them to make pickle nickels. Haven't you ever nickeled a pickle?
I don't think I want to know.
All right. So, if you don't mind, I would like to get back to what I was doing. And I will come check on the town tomorrow.
I really think that you should go, like, you should come with us to go do the thing now, because otherwise they're going to come and,
Yeah, what she said, I'm sorry, what she yelled. Yeah, why don't you come with us?
What's my read on this guy?
you have a sneaking suspicion that while he understands exactly what is being asked of him, he will find whatever way he can to turn it to his favor.
Okay. I don't believe him.
I suppose I'll try and do the same read. Oh god.
Let's just kill him.
He is totally honest, straightforward.
No.
He is on the path to reform.
No, Hemra. This is his big chance to become an upstanding citizen.
Maybe just break him to be sure?
Why do we need to break him? What is your fascination with breaking people?
Well, you started the whole torturing thing.
I
mean, we could torture him. That is an option.
The villagers know how to do that now, though, so... I mean, they
Yeah.
could keep him in check.
But they're so untrained.
I got a frying pan. I was taught how to use it.
I mean...
I don't trust this guy.
Look, okay, if you want to do a little bit of torture, you can, but he is on the path to reformation, so keep it light, only minor wounds.
And maybe we should take him to town.
And
I put away
definitely
the
take him to
blade.
town.
I put away the glaive,
Okay.
and I pull out a hand axe, and I go, light wounds? Can I use them for target practice?
Oh, yes.
Hey, whoa. Hey, you know, look, all right. Freaky snake lady, everybody else, just, I'll go to town. All right, we'll get it started now.
I wanted to go to town too.
And we'll tie him up with the other guy. We take them both back to town.
Whoa. I don't need to be tied up. I'm the protection. Right? I mean, how does that look? I walk into the town all tied up. They're not going to believe I can protect them, right? They're going to be like, who's this Yahoo?
I mean, he makes a fair point.
Hmm.
And if he runs, I'm going to insight check him.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I did that with advantage. My bad.
It's all right.
You want me to re-roll it?
No.
Okay.
You take the better with you.
All this is making me hungry.
Your insight is that he seems as though he's come around to this idea that he realizes now, wait a second, instead of raiding, I can just, I can run this protection racket and make money. And it's even easier because then I don't have to like get a crew together. We don't have to have a secret hideout. We don't have to ambush people on the road and then they kill most of my men. So then I got to find more men. I mean, you get the sense that he's kind of buying into this idea.
So you're willing to take...
But an idea from his perspective, right? As a protection racket.
Okay, so instead of calling it a job, he's calling it a protection racket.
Right.
Okay. So you work for Pickles to protect the town.
What? No. You give out pickles. It's like a way of goodwill. You want to get them all lovey-dovey on your side first. Then you can, make sure that their needs are met.
So you're giving away pickles, or they're giving you pickles?
No, I'm going to give them away. It's a present, a goodwill present. Hey,
so you don't want to
have
be
a
paid?
pickle. I'm a nice guy. I'll protect you.
Now, have you attacked any of them in the last week?
Well, yeah. Where do you think all this stuff comes from?
I mean, this could be problematic. Now, if I was a farmer and I sent people to go and take out the people who are raiding my village and I came back and was like, oh, he's going to look after you now, I can see that I would be uneasy about this.
No. We got a good thing here. I'd say let's get to town. Let's meet the folks. Let's get this thing started. I'm on board. You've convinced me.
I am...
No more banditry for me.
So confused right now. I'm... having him basically working in the farm, that was quite easy. He works to repent, and the whole giving him a position of authority, that's not so good for me.
I agree. Give him to me.
Hemra, what are you going to do to him?
Nothing?
Hemra? Insight checking Hemra.
Yeah, you don't trust that nothing at all.
Nothing would consist of eating? Okay, so no. How about we don't give him to you, Hemra? Why don't we just... I don't know. Is there an easy... I feel like there should be an easy solution here somewhere.
We could just bring him back and get the town people to decide.
Oh, yes, I like that. Let's tie him up.
All right. Agreed upon that. Okay, we're gonna just bring this guy back, and the townspeople can decide. You step in, and as you grab his arms, even though he's protesting, and you begin to tie him up, the screen fades to black, and all we can assume is that maybe, just maybe, he didn't put up a fight.
And maybe he became an architect.
Maybe he did become an architect.
He could have done.
But that is our time for today, I'm afraid. Right up to the edge. So we'll have to leave it to your imagination as to find out whether or not Hemra had a light afternoon snack, or the town, in fact, got their very first sheriff.
I mean, Hemra still has a natural 20 from chat left, so I like to imagine that he used it to have a sneaky snack.
Okay, all right. So the sheriff maybe isn't altogether there. He sneaks a snack on the way back to town. No one will notice if I take a pinky.
And Rudy got to do some target practice.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for playing Rout of the Red Fangs. And I would say that you most thoroughly routed them. I hope everyone had a lot of fun. Thank you so much for letting me come on here and run this little one shot.
And
I hope everyone had a blast.
And thank you for coming and running the one shot. I certainly had a lot of fun. The group was really nice and the story was great. I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, so for the wrap up then, guys, why don't we we'll work our way up the screen this time. Tell us who you are and where we can find you online. Tell us your favorite part about this one shot, and we'll go from there. So let's start with Cleric of Cord.
Cleric of Cord, also known as @StarStuff84 on the Twitters. That's where you can find me because that's usually where I am. Find me bouncing around looking for playing one-shots on streams and everything like that. I do have another streaming campaign that I'll be starting with Mad Bird and Dano Awesomeface coming up next week, I believe, on Tuesday nights, Eastern time. So I'll be posting more information about that as I have it. And my favorite part, it was Hemra. I mean, just Hemra in the doorway in the middle of breakfast casting Sleep on the Bandits.
It was
and
good.
Followed by Ishkar coming out the window and the shield dwarf just kind of ignoring the fact that one of his windows was busted out.
Just happy to have someone dealing with the bandits.
Yep. Yeah, all of it was great. But yeah, Hemra's a new favorite, definitely.
Wonderful. Creepy.
Creepy indeed. Yeah. Thank you so much. I can see Kiana's put your Twitter link in chat there. Feel free to put your Twitch in there as well. So next up the screen we have Tahina.
Hey everyone. I had so much fun. My name is Tahina. You can find me at Tahina_Andale on Twitter. I am a member of the permanent cast for the Tuesday night campaign, Wizards and Wardrobes, where I play Forja Flamane, who is really a good girl, not like Hemra at all. If I'm not here, you can also find me over at Fumbles and Fame. Next Friday, I'm going to play in Elemental Bane, and on Sunday, we're playing Tomb of Annihilation. We just arrived in Omu, so things are getting serious. And my favorite part was Ishkar's desperate try to reform people. And her interesting fascination with archetypes.
I don't know where that came from.
And Zara standing there stabbing in the dark. That was also a cute scene. I liked it.
Thank you so much. And so next we have our very own Kiana, soon to be birthday girl Kiana. Next week we're planning a stream already next. Is it the 2nd?
It's August 2nd.
2nd.
I'll be turning
Thursday.
21.
After the Larkspur sequence, Kiana will be
Right.
becoming an adult. And we're going to raise money for charity to celebrate it. But Kiana, this is your time. Go for it.
Hi. This was a ton of fun. I enjoyed every single bit of banter, but I think the sign language battle rogue situation going on was my favorite, just because it was just like this. Like, I just love that they were, having to do this, and then just the other two were just like, should we do? Nah. that was a ton of fun. So thank you, everybody. I am all over the internet. I do a whole bunch of things. Best way to catch up with me is over on Twitter at KennaS, where I tweet about wherever I'm at any given point. But I'll do a quick run through of everything I do. I'm on podcast called Lady Slaying Dragons, which releases new episodes every Sunday evening. It's me, two cool ladies, doing a roundtable discussion about tabletop gaming. You can find us over, I put all the links in chat, over at Lady Slaying on Twitter. On Mondays, I'm on Account of Roleplay, playing some Call of Cthulhu. On Tuesdays, I'm up on WebDM playing some 5e Spelljammer, D&D. Also on Mondays, I'm also on the City of Mist campaign that's on this channel. On Wednesdays, I'm also back on this channel, DMing One Shot Wonders, which is my series of one-shots in a new setting every month. We're doing Dark Sun coming up in August, so I'm very, very excited for that. On Saturdays, I'm over on, first early in the afternoon, I'm over at Grimjack 21502 channel doing some Pulp Cthulhu, and then later on in that day, playing some Dungeon World. as as Scratch said, we are doing a birthday thing next week. So I'm turning 21, and I wanted to do something fun and something to give back to the community. So we're going to be running a couple games and raising money for Childhood Cancer Canada, an organization that's very dear and near to my heart. So definitely check us out August 2nd at 6 p.m. Onwards as we do some fun games, raise some money, and all that fun stuff. And yes, thank you again, everybody in chat, and thank you, cast and crew. This was so much fun.
Thank you, Kiana.
Yes, awesome.
So I'll just interject. My favorite part was the interactions between the party. I really liked the way the party gelled together and our interactions between each other. Yeah, we despite having very different goals, we all got on very well, which I really enjoyed. But lastly, and certainly not leastly, we have Quinn Sowers on Twitter. Sowasian on Twitter. I'll butcher any name you give me.
Sawarsian.
Sawarsian. There you go.
Sawarsian. Yes.
Sawarsian.
Well, as you probably put together already now, yeah, I'm Quinn Sowers, and I'm not normally on this channel, but I was kindly invited, and I have had a blast learning how to do all of this online newfangled dangled stuff. You know, my favorite part, so I've ran this a few times, and it was an award that was given out, a reward that was given out to our patrons. So our patrons had a chance to play this. It's something I wrote for them. And I loved the solution that you all came up with. Totally different and very entertaining. Very entertaining. I loved the fact that Ishkar was like, you know what? We don't have to kill anybody. We can just, you know, we'll make civil engineers out of people. We'll make, you know, people will be farmers. You know, we're going to build aqueducts. We're going to build roads. You know, we're going to build houses. And this is going to be the best suburb of Waterdeep you've ever seen. Indoor plumbing. I mean, I just loved it. It was just so civically minded. It was just fantastic. You know, we will rebuild. You know, it was. And what was great too in my mind is I'm picturing this half orc just be like, yeah, aqueducts, man. I'm telling you, we need an aqueduct, or I'm going to rage. It just kind of felt a little bit like World Wrestling Federation meets, you know, civic planning. So,
especially like the diving out the window. That was like my brain was like, this is wrestling.
Yes.
I do
snap into a Slim Jim. You know what I mean? It was great all the way around. I loved it.
I think my favorite part was, I swear to God, I'm going to rage.
I swear to God, I'm going to rage. I wrote that one down. That was definitely one for me. So that was a favorite, but I really enjoyed everyone's character a lot. Hemra is creepy, and I'm very happy if I don't ever find myself in a room with Hemra, because creeps me out completely. I'm just totally creepy. But otherwise, no. I mean, you did a great job. Everybody did a great job. I wish we had the time to learn all about each of the characters' backstories and how they got to where they are, and you know, see them go forward. But thank you so much for this opportunity. I am the Dungeon Master, creator, writer, and producer of Heroes Not Included, which is a weekly improv serialized story podcast featuring actual play of Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition from Wizards of the Coast. You can find our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Google Play, Stitcher, or your favorite podcast app. We are right now in the middle of season 4, taking place within the Planescape setting. We have over 60 episodes, so we have a massive back catalog for you to explore. We have a Patreon. You can become a patron. If you become a patron of Heroes Not Included, you get behind the screen access. You like what I did there? Behind the screen access, as well as a patron-only podcast that we make just for patrons. Right now, we are wrapping up Eclipse Phase, which is a very sort of dark and Blade Runner-y kind of science fiction RPG. And in the next couple months, we will be starting Tales from the Loop for patrons. So if you are interested in patron-only if you're interested in more podcast content or patron-only content, or you would like videos on how to do various tips and tricks in terms of Dungeon Master, or you want NPCs or play kits, I produce all kinds of material. Visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/heroes not included for all of that details. You can also find us on Facebook, facebook.com, heroes/included, and you can find us on Twitter at HNI _ podcast, and you can find me on Twitter at Salwerzian. And last but not least, you can also find us on the Wizards of the Coast page. We participated in their Podcasts of Foes event. You can find our special Podcast of Foes episode there. And please follow us on Facebook, Twitter, wherever. Come be a patron, find out, participate. We are a wonderful, close-knit group of people, and we always enjoy more and more people coming on board and joining the Heroes Not Included family. So thank you very much for allowing me to come here and take this over and have a little bit of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Quinn. And you can feel free to post some links in the chat there to like your Patreon and stuff. We already did the Twitter, I think. But feel free to post some links.
We did both Twitters.
So that just leaves me, you guys. So I'll keep this one brief. We're back in 3 hours. I'm running a one-shot. Do you know what? I might run a prepared module. I might actually run a module rather than just winging it. I know. It's crazy.
What?
I don't know. I don't know what's come over me yet, but I've got nothing planned, and I thought, well, maybe I could do a module. I'll have a look. Maybe. It's still up in the air. I've ruined Kiana. I've killed her. Kiana's dying.
I'm sure the thunder outside is really some form of storm, or not the end of the
I don't know. I don't know what's come over me. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing in 3 hours' time, maybe, potentially, possibly. I've not decided. I've not got anything else written, so possible. What else we do? Oh yeah, social links. Here are my social links. Discord, get in there. It's the nicest, like, community-focused, family feel, inclusive, happy place. I've been using it a lot recently, where people help each other out with not just like D&D queries and stuff, but also real life issues. So yeah, it's a cool place. Twitter, if you want to get in a game, send me a DM on Twitter and I'll get you in a game. Simples. And YouTube, I'm updating all the YouTubes. I think I might get a couple of them updated on YouTube before the next stream, but mostly not. I also have a Patreon where you guys can support me if you'd like. You can support me from as little as $1, and that will get you access to all of our content, including the video that me and Kiana made regarding Turnuk. And we've decided that writing for the Patreon is too hard because we're both, like, without any deadlines, we're both just too, like, I don't know, disorganized. So we're going to start making, like, videos instead, like maybe an hour a week or something, and start doing that on Patreon instead. And I also have merchandise, which I was showing in the halftime break. Where like you can get like sketchbooks and stuff with like my logo on, and it's perfect size to write a one-shot in. Perfect. So there it is. Other than that, I think that's everything. Except I've not done my usual thing of checking where people are online. So whilst I check who's online at the moment, I can see Greg's online. That's perfect. We'll head over to Greg. But I'll also run through my schedule for the week. So 3 hours, we've got a one-shot. I've already gone through that one. Tomorrow at 7 AM, we've got a one-shot that I'm running. At noon, we've got a one-shot that I'm running. At 4 PM, we've got a one-shot brought to us by Grant. And at 8 PM, we've got a one-shot brought to us by Chelsea. Sunday, I am taking the day off because I'm going to pick up Alice. And I'm gonna bring Alice back here for a week and then carry on from there. On Monday, at the moment, I've only got a Shadow of Mist campaign at 8 PM EST, but I might throw in a bit more than that. I'm not sure yet. Tuesday, we've got Wizards and Wardrobes at 2 PM EST. On Wednesday, we've got Kiana's One Shot Wonders, the start of the Dark Sun campaign at 3:30 PM EST. On Thursday, I'm over doing the Larkspur sequence on Encounter Roleplay, and then we're going to be going straight in to do Kiana's birthday stream for another 6 hours after that. On Friday, I might be over on Mike the GM's channel being a bad guy, and I might also be on another channel. We'll see how that goes. And the 4th and 5th, I haven't got anything booked in yet, which is terrifying. So watch your DMs, because I'm going to be firing DMs at everyone to get people in, playing, DMing, all the works of it. So if you want to come and play our DMs, send me a DM now, and I'll get you in a game. And I'm not looking at anyone in the Zoom right now, like, at all. That's me. That's me. So let's get over. We're gonna go and pay a visit to our good friend Grimjack 21502. Me being a pro, except that's not a slash, so that wouldn't have worked. But that's a slash. So we're gonna go head over to our good friend Greg on Grimjack 21502. He's got amazing campaigns over there. Greg's amazing at building worlds that you just want to go and like. That you would imagine as a child, you know, like I always feel like even his Call of Cthulhu games, they feel like the movies you'd watch when you were little, so it's really worth checking it out. So remember, you guys, to keep on evoking emotions and stay safe out there. We'll see you very soon, 3 hours time. Catch you later, guys. Bye.
Bye.